And I don't have this camera set up. No. Okay. Ugh. Put that there. I see. Let's. There we go. Okay. Good morning, Yulin. Flash cups your ass. That was an hour ago. Emote. I shall return sometime after stream start. Relax. Everything is going to be fine, Sammy. Late. 8:49, media. Was it 8:49? Emote. I lied. Hamlin. Dairybot is here. Yulin is live. Right at 9. Right at 9. Hello, hello. Hi, Elder. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Hobbit. Bilkland. 17.6 seconds late smash. Ayo, that's some PSO. It is! It is. For a while, this is my like go-to world for I need something to load quickly that has decent post-processing and good frames. And then I found myself, you know, not coming here for a while. I'm like, wait a minute. This is like my favorite map to walk in. I love this map, Hobbit. I love PSO. I grew up on PSO in middle school. The episode 1 and 2 on the GameCube. Oh my god. 26. Hi, Fiora, Fiona, Duncan, Pragermom, Barbie. Hi, Global. Venus, Sex, Omega. I played the shit out of it on PSO. Let's start searching. Right there. Oh, wait. Let's say Sari. I thought it said Sexy Bot. Hi, Trogdor. Oh. I put my trackers on wrong. You guys wait there. On GameCube? Hell yeah. I had a human ranger that I got up to. This thing was like level, what was it? I got this thing up to like level 120, somewhere in that range. And then my file got corrupted. Hi, Gana. And so... Hi, Skylar Kaake. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Smug. I got up to like 120, file got corrupted. I hacked in a 160 UK seal, I think. Hi, Media. Ryan says you're late. Ryan's wrong. My message says I went live right at the fucking time. Hi, Archangel. My draggers are fixed. Let's start stretching. You have Sari, bad bot. Put his ass in the front again. All 700 days and still puts trackers on wrong. Must be the old age. You guys are mean. Morning, Lynn Ewan Ryan says you're late. Smug, bumpy, cheater. What do you mean, cheater? Huh? What am I gonna say? Hat pick? Oh my god. Does SiriBot have all these functions that I'm gonna have to fucking delete? I agree, Ann. I didn't say anything mean yet. You didn't say anything mean. I wasn't addressing you then, was I? Tiny, it's small as fuck, boo. Don't delete cat pick. I hacked in a... Okay, yes. I did hack in a character in a single player game where my character had been deleted. My Pro Diggity. I would have made it the same level. But the way you, like, duped an experience, it, like, skipped 40 levels at a time or something. So it was like, you go to 20, and then you go to 60, and then you go to, like, I don't know. It was weird. I went from, like, 105, and I was like, okay, let's do one more so I can be about 130 in that. And it went all the way to 168 because it was, like, a variable number. I was like, oh, shit. I played a Humor, but that's because I'm basic bitch. I was just happy to be playing Phantasy Star Series. I played a Raymar. I wanted to be, you know, basic gun guy. And then I made a robot girl. Hi, Senril. Eland, hi, Techno. This PSO was the first Phantasy Star game in like 7 years when it came out. I started with episode 1 and 2. Hi, Ganna. I had not played one before that. And my friends got into it on the GameCube. So I got into it. And I put probably 1,000 hours into it. LOL, fair enough. Angry flip at Euland. It lunges. Senril is back, guys. I'm so fucking happy. He's back from his month-long trip. Hi, Cairo.
It was actually longer than that, but yeah.
Chat, I'm going to explode Pinkland. I'm gonna kill him later today. Chat, I'm gonna kill Cairo later today. Hi, Devilgated. I believe so. Last one was Phantasy Star 3 on Genesis, I think. Lobster fact. Lobsters were once considered the poor man's chicken. In colonial times, it was fed to pigs and goats and only eaten by paupers. Wow, that's like the most basic lobster fact that literally everybody knows. Hi. Lobster eggs are called roe, just like fish eggs. See, that's an interesting fact. Don't explode him, but make him explode.
You got the bot added.
I did. I finally got it. I had a productive day where I added Oyasumi, and I added Seribot, and I was going to set up the Mario Sunshine emulator and the Xenoblade emulator, but I haven't gotten the Sunshine emulator working yet, and then the Xenoblade emulator I got working like 30 minutes before Xenoblade last night. Thanks to Cairo for the help with both of those. Soft-shelled lobster is considered to have sweeter, more tender meat. Forgot prisons too. Okay, but you gotta do it in a purple fashion. Yeah, that's any food that got gentrified. Duck fact. In 1973, hundreds of ducks rained down from the sky in Stuttgart. Okay. The ducks were likely killed by hail, but some had ice on their wings. May have accumulated when the wind carried them to high altitudes. Ducks falling damaged cars and windows. That's crazy. I see. This is too productive. What did you do to the real Euland? Wow, Devil Euland has amazing time management. Yeah. I would like to sincerely apologize for my ignorance, Mr. Euland. You guys want to know what Zuby did to me this morning? He's in Spacefish's chat, and I get a ping. You've been mentioned in Spacefish's chat. Okay, so I open it up. And what do I see? Zuby's there. What did he say? Oh, what did he say? Did Euland take that welcome, welcome, welcome greeting from you? Now this is... Oh. Yes. Yes, I did. But to say take, that's upsetting. Because I don't, like, take it and use it for everybody. I use it specifically for Spacefish. And then I get on other people's case, I'm like, you can't say welcome, welcome, welcome like that. That's Spacefish's thing. I'm like gatekeeping welcome, welcome, welcome for her. And to be told I'm taking it, I'm gonna throw this Renge cosplayer. I'm gonna throw him into the window. And it's not gonna break the window because it's really thick. This is a space station. It's literally, you know, sealed for pressure of space. But he's gonna hit that fucking window, guys. He's just gonna bonk. Slide down it. Hi, Zooey. My purple king, I have news for you. Hi, wolf fact. Gray wolves typically mate for life. Breeding pair of wolves leads a pack of their offspring. Stick with them for about 1 to 3 years. What the he gatekeeps me? The welcome thing. That's a Cairo thing for me, lol. That is a space fish thing. And I don't know if Cairo did that before he met her. But I remember, you know, I knew Space Fish, and she does, welcome. And then I meet Cairo, and he goes, oh my god, hi, welcome. And I'm like, that's Space Fish's thing. You're stealing her thing. Difficult gatekeeping. Time to go expose Elon in other people's chat to Cheddarino him. God damn it. No. Alternate theory, the glass is thin because no atmosphere in space equals no pressure. No. I don't think that's how it works. Because it's the difference in pressure, right? There was nothing out there with like... we're at Bendy's. I'm standing straight up and my legs are bending. I hate VR chat. I case sometimes. Good view? Okay. I didn't say anything. You literally just said you were gonna expose me. Unless you're talking specifically about the legs. Hi, Azu. 2v do this. Well, I'm literally about to. Its toe touches. I'll expose you another way. Streakland maintained off to Workland. Bye, Techno. I hope it goes fast. Ow. Hammy stretch. We're at 9:13. We're cruising today. Today is a big day. We have games with Cairo and Spacefish. Normally we would have Tails. I think we might be done. We're not done with Tails. We're gonna try to like go through the final dungeon a little bit and then do like 1 more hour of Tails with the final boss, but I don't even know when we're planning to do that at this point. I don't think he can touch the floor. You are being too productive. Ewan, would you take a picture with your ass out, your back bent in with your pussy peeking through a low angle, with your face in it, winking and sticking your tongue out with your feet in it, and your arch is exposed with your toes clenched and your torso at a 3/4 rotation with your side boob and your nipples just out of sight with a choker on and your panties around your waist and the middle pulled to the side? What the fuck also would you? It's one of those things that's like, if I took that one line at a time, I could understand it. It's when it's that much, I'm like, I'm starting to lose track of what all the request is. Get help, you weirdo. There was a recent copy paste like that, Cairo, where it was a guy, and what were they asking? They were asking on a Reddit post that was like, hey, I want to touch some boobs. So I think hi Leon, I think if I asked a girl this, they'd let me touch their boobs. And it's like, you know, I put my hands up like this, and I motion as if I'm going to grab them. But then I say, nice breasts, and she blushes and goes, oh, thank you. And then I go, so, can I? What do you guys think? Would a girl let me touch their boobs if I did this? And the first comment was like, wow, this is a good start. The only thing I think you should change is put yourself in a mental institution immediately. Yeah, but you the weirdo who pasted it. Yeah, that's Kyra. I came in on degeneracy that I don't want to shield. Oh, goodness. We're at squats. Some people have not had their social training and experience yet. Did you read that r/incel? It was like r/advice or something. I don't know. Every morning I hit the alt tab and I go through like the most popular stuff of Reddit just to see, if there's any stories there. You can touch my butt, Ewan. Yeah. The all page typically has some, big stories. Sometimes it's just got fucking weirdos. Social training, that's an option. Yes, it's called going outside. It's called talking to people. Wait, where's my cable? 1, 2, 3. Outside is a mistake. They don't know this thing called common knowledge. I talk to Twitch chat though. All my things are inside. Social training, and it's just being normal. Literally, it is just being normal. It's just be around people. Ideally outside. But if not, online, I guess. You can't be in a fucking vacuum. Permanently online behavior. This is the guy who hasn't been outside in 698 days. I'll have you know, Trogdor. I was outside this morning. I went to the grocery store today. I forgot water flavor stuff. I should be good. I haven't run out, but I wanted to get more. I was strong. I didn't buy cookies. I didn't buy chocolate milk. Did you trim the tree? Nope. Why be around people when you can be inside them instead, Smash? Yes, Pete bought 5 dozen eggs. I bought 18 eggs. Yulen, come over. Oh god, he's addicted to water flavor. 500 eggs. Dude, the price of eggs is down. It's fucking nice. 1,800 eggs. I'm going outside every day. Can you believe I'm still alive? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did, the big thing to talk about today will be Xenoblade Chronicles. And do my leg day routine. Nah, drunk driving is pretty safe. Azu! Oh, fried eggs gone down. Time for French and Thai omelets. I don't know about fried eggs, but eggs have gone down. Fully get that butt down. That's like half a squat. What? No. You want your knee to be a 90-degree angle. It's way harder than that. If you just go all the way down like this, you just put your weight and you're not doing anything. If you go to 90 degrees, you're holding it, and it's way harder. 18 eggs last 4 days in my house. Eggs gone down and fried eggs this morning. It's on my mind a little. He's being a slab. No. 90-degree angle is what you want. 3, 4. I'll put you at a 90-degree angle. Yeah? Yeah, Trogdor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not 90, that's 115. That is absolutely 90. 2, 3, 4. You think that's 115? You need to get your protractor out. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many eggs do you eat in a month, Ewan? Probably about 90. It's 3 per day, so your average month has 30 days. 90. I wish I had eggs. Does look like you need to get your ass down. Oh my. Oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all fun and games till I send you a vid of me holding a protractor to my monitor. If you actually went that far, holy. I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's 90 degrees. That's pretty close to a right angle. 1, 2, 3. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong angle, more like. Oh my. Honestly, if you're not using Standable, getting real life motions around the waist to transfer over can be a pain in the ass. The angle of the dangle is equal to the heat of the meat. What the fuck does that even mean? We're at the thing.
The
What?
thing.
Oh, what did I just press?
I haven't been able to pay attention much in the past month. What is it that you have?
So we got an ab roller because I saw a video that was like, planks aren't actually that good for you. They fatigue you, but they're not actually like super great for building muscle.
Oh, those things.
So you should get an ab roller, which is a wheel with a stick through it. And this thing fucking hurts. When squeaking time, there's a clip on the channel, Senril, of like day 1 of me using it, where I make a noise trying to go back up on the 9th ab roll.
I did see that.
Okay.
It's just that since you have your controllers off, I wasn't quite sure what you were doing.
Yeah, I wish I could have them following my hands, but I'm putting so much weight on my hands that it's
Yeah.
like, it's hard to have the controllers moving with.
I would be afraid of breaking my controller doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, then I bought it on Throne the same day, because Painland is fun. Like, if I did an Asian squat for Standable, looked like an 80-year-old dude trying to bend over. Did you survive when eggs were hella expensive? I was still buying them. I skipped a week now and then, but which will still be
Man.
better for building muscle. I don't really want to build muscle. I just want to be more toned. And this is working more muscle groups. The video I saw was like, doing planks will exercise 1 muscle group, doing an ab roller will exercise 3. Now you make sure to not every time you use it. Can't wait till Painland doesn't have to do this on his knees. Maybe someday.
Eggs were so cheap where I was. And then I come back to the US, I'm like, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was at the store yesterday and they were like $6.50 a carton.
For 12?
Yeah.
Oh my god. For me, it's $5.40 for 18.
Cool.
Thanks. Tone is a myth.
And then
You can only
I
build
was
or
in
lose muscle.
Thailand. I see an entire pallet full of eggs. I didn't see how much they were, but and don't want to bring up the price. I was like, yeah, that's a lot.
Dylan used to being on his knees. This guy gets it. Oh. 7. $8. Costco still better price. 18 for round 5. I'm not going just to Costco to save 45 cents. Costco always best deals.
Well, as long as you buy enough to offset the membership costs, and it ends up not going to waste. That's pretty much what stops me from getting Costco membership.
One more.
Because I wouldn't be able to eat that much.
Okay. Let's get walking.
440 videos. I gotta go through them all and see if there's anything interesting in there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's like, no, I can't watch the VOD. I'm just gonna have to be picky about this. This look interesting. Watch trailer.
A lot of them are like 15 seconds long. There were a few that were like 2 to 3 minutes, and I think there was one that was a fucking 5-minute video.
Yeah.
The Splatoon one.
Though it's strange. I'm going through them, and it's like I do not remember them from the parts of the stream or VOD I did watch.
Okay. Hi, Jack.
That too.
Hi, Jack. You. Our Costco doesn't have eggs. I don't know why he struggles. He's used to being in this position. Okay, buddy. Miss Costco 2-gallon bucket of Nutella, man. Like, you go there after, like, 10 a.m. when they don't have any. You get free samples. What the fuck? That's real? Yep. There was a lot of very mid games. Oh, I get a wink and a boop. Senril. Okay. We mute this. Hit this. And we start walking.
A lot of mid games, but there's gonna be diamonds in the rough when you put it that way.
Yeah. There was actually, I mean, with 440 trailers, there was a decent amount of ones that I liked. Oh yeah. My god. Okay, can I like move my tracker down a little bit? It was literally just fucking even more jiggle than yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? We can't have that.
Oh darn, he noticed.
Don't you buddy me, friend. Senril's a big cutie. Not your friend guy. Twerklin, coward, bouncy ass. It was too much. Like, this looks like a good amount. What it was literally like, you know when somebody like moves a foot to the right and their butt just, like a perpetual motion machine that doesn't stop for 7 seconds? We had that going on. I added like 20 to 30 games to my wish list. A lot of interesting ones. Senril could see the absolute peak that was the Green Games Fest or whatever.
Oh, I did see that. It's just like, why?
The Green Games were upsetting.
A lot of them were either super low effort or just an existing game, and they add a loot box to donate to charitable events for that. It's like, yeah, that's fine, but it kind of, it's like, I see this war game where we're destroying everything in the environment. It's like, oh yeah, loot box to restore all this.
One day he'll add the BBL to the model. What is a good amount? Isn't your badonkadonk that bouncy IRL? I don't think it's that bouncy IRL. What I really need is the bones. I really need the fucking bones in the armature to actually do stuff. I think right now they're just vestigial. They don't do anything. That was a shit show. Drew, you should throw it back on the blue site. I'm scared to twerk like that. I don't know how to twerk, and I just feel like if I tried, it's just gonna look like fucking... You know when, like, somebody has no clue how to twerk and they try, and it's just like, oh, ooh, you have no idea what you're doing. Gonna get back to work later, hater. Bye, Prodiggity. You like making GIFs? I do. I don't want to make a GIF that's like, oh god, he has no idea what he's doing. Also, we're at 9:30 and starting. Hell yeah. There's only one way to learn how to twerk, though. Before we did squats, before we did planking, I would try to get started before 10 minutes in. I would try to get walking at like 9:10. And then we've slowly added more and more stuff, and then it got to a point where it was like, oh my god, if I'm starting before 20, I'm on time. You make GIFs? On the blue Twitch. I've made like 2 or 3. In the maid outfit, we did the Helltaker dance. And then in the most recent one, Or is it a hula animation? So is there anything happening today that'll make you stop walking earlier? It won't make me stop walking earlier, but at 4:30, we do have the collab with Cairo and Spacefish. And so, we'll be playing Firebreak with them later today. This is a game that Cairo has been fucking bouncing off the walls for the last 3 months. It's finally out today. So there's a chance at no nap? There is a small chance. But that would have to be like a 9 to 10 mile day, and it's like, oh wow, it's 2 p.m. Even then, I'd still nap. There's a nap today. If it was like repo at 12, or repo at 1, we'd be ending, but it's literally at 4:30. I got plenty of time. If you are allowed to nap, and you're streaming your point of view, no? Huh? Bold of you to assume? No, we'll do the notification thing for Cairo. We'll be in the stream together. I'm not sure if Spacefish is gonna stream it. She's streaming right now. I don't know if she's planning to continue streaming for like another 10 hours? Maybe. Man, I wasn't around when you streamed twice a day. Technically, Trogdor, you were just a goofball and locked in on Koyo. That's so funny to me, Trogdor. Because that was like... we very much tried to shout each other out. No one told me. I know for a fact he had it in his title. Trogdor, we rated the same person at the end of every Stardew. We would literally be like, who's going to get raided? Okay, all 6 of us raid this person. Trogdor, I left before the raid. Trogdor, I'm the one who set up Stardew. I was like the leader of it. This guy, no one reads titles. This dude. 1.6 Stardew Valley was coming out, and I had told Spacefish and Safi, I want to play Stardew with you when it comes out. Also Den. Now I forgot Safi. And so I started with Den and Spacefish. And we just started recruiting people. Koyo was the 7th, I think Benny was the 8th. I think I grabbed Shinemarsh 4th. I think I grabbed Smug 5th. I grabbed Solanine 6th. Yulin was a leader, wow. Once we had, the first 6 were really easy. Then I mentioned it to Koyo and he's like, I'll join. And I was like, wait, really? I wasn't even inviting you because I didn't think you would, but if you're down, like, oh my god, yes. And he's like, yeah, I haven't been playing games with other people, so I want to. Have you heard from Den recently? Yes. I sent her a very lewd image yesterday, and she sent back a comfy emote. And then I was looking for the 8th, and I was having a lot of trouble. We were initially going to have Violet come as well, but she had schedule conflicts with other people. And then I mentioned it when I was hanging out with Benny and Foss. And I didn't think Foss would want to go. But Benny was immediately like, oh, I'd love to go. Yeah, I think I asked Benny just like, he'd be an 8th, he'd be good for this. And he's like, yeah, I'd love to go. And Foss is like, oh, I would have said yes. You didn't ask me. And I was like, oh. I didn't think you'd want to. I thought you hated Stardew. Well, we're full. I'll keep you in mind. You're telling me there were 6 people streaming it? I only noticed Koyo streaming his point of view? Yes. The only people not streaming it were Den Sakura, and Shinemarsh. Literally, all 6 other people were streaming it. At one point, Sola9 dropped, and we got Safi in. Safi sometimes streamed it. Usually did. Spacefish and Smug almost always streamed. I think Smug stopped halfway through. I streamed every time. Koyo streamed every time, but he did miss a few days. Spacefish missed a few days. Den missed 1 or 2 days. Benny streamed it every time. Sola9 streamed it when she was here. Literally 6 people streamed it. And it was one of the funniest things for us, Trog. Because at the end, we would all raid the same person. So, like, we have a friend named Bacon Flavor. And he had just started streaming. Well, when he set up his stream and his alerts, he set up an air raid siren as his raid notification. Oh, no. But this boy, this absolute fool, he didn't select, like, a nice 5 to 10 second raid alert time. Even 10 seconds can feel a little long for a raid alert. He selected just 30 fucking seconds of air raid sirens. Like World War II air raid sirens, get in your bomb shelters. And so, this is like his first week of streaming. All 6 of us raid him, right? Spacefish has rated Bacon Flavor. Yeland has rated Bacon Flavor. Smug Little Bug has rated Bacon Flavor. Sola9 has rated Bacon Flavor. Eco has rated Bacon Flavor. Benny has rated Bacon Flavor. And it did one after the other. So it was just 3 minutes of just air raid sirens. And he's just sitting there just like, oh God. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I didn't think this would happen. Oh, this was a terrible idea. Oh, geez. Hi, Wrath. Hi, Onyx Fury. It was so fun, Trog, to be like, okay, everybody raid this person. And all the raids would go through at once. When are you going to do another event like this? I'm unsure. It was very stressful. I love each of those people dearly, but planning around the schedules of 8 people became a fucking headache. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. I streamed every day, humble brag. I'm very much like, I like being invited to stuff like this. And I will show up and be consistent, and you give me a schedule and it goes in my repeating alarms, and I'm there every time. Setting this stuff up, that's a lot of effort. And then I also just get really frustrated when people don't put the same effort into planned events like that. So if Senril tells me, hey, we're gonna play Planet Crafter every Monday at this time, I'm setting an alarm for that, and like, I don't put anything else on Monday. That is Senril Planet Crafter time. If I show up to that time, and Senril's just like, oh, I forgot. Oh, we're doing this Monday? I put this other event there. I can't make today. To me, that's like the other person not valuing my time as much. That's like very disrespectful to me. Especially since like, I saved that day. I like kept my plans open and could have been doing other stuff. And it was an afterthought for you. That's like, man, what the hell? Now, with Senril, that has literally never happened. With Stardew Valley, that never happened, although there were days where it was like, this person can't show up because, 6 months and having every Tuesday is just, that's not gonna happen with 8 people. Real life is gonna happen. Real life did happen. With Gauntlet Dark Legacy, there was someone in the group who very much did not have a problem canceling and didn't really seem to put much thought into the day. which was very frustrating. I love that person. I'm not super eager to plan more stuff with them. Happy birthday, Bun. This is why you don't like being the leader. Basically, it's a lot of effort, and it feels incredibly frustrating when you put a lot of effort into something and other people just don't. When you're like, okay, I'm gonna figure out your schedule, I'm gonna figure out my schedule, we're gonna pick this time, I'm gonna coordinate everybody, I'm gonna invite everybody, I'm gonna do all the mod research, I'm gonna set it up, I'm gonna host. All you gotta do is show up. And then they're late. It's like, dude, you had one job. I did everything I could to make this easy for you. And you still fucked it up. Hi, Nick. That's very frustrating to me. Thanks, Gan. I can't wait for you to play D&D. It is very unlikely to get me playing D&D. That's so rude. How dare you, Sentinel? Is that the cute and adorable Ewan? It is, it is. I had an ex. They were very, very eager to get me to play D&D. They were like, so excited for it. Who's the other cutie? That's Senril. And I learned about myself very early on that the idea of doing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that is very, very fun. I very much look forward to it. I very much look forward to setting up builds and synergies. I like the idea of like a D&D group where everybody plays thief-minded characters. Like we're playing a Thieves Guild run, right? Not necessarily the like, we've got the mage, the warrior, and the archer. But like, this group, you know, we've got the thief. We've got the illusionist mage. We've got the scout archer, right? Like, they're running a Thieves Guild. They've got that synergy. I love setting us stuff up like that. Once I actually get into it, I have a lot of fun the first day. I have fun the second day. And by the third day, I look at the clock 10 minutes in, and I go, okay, how much longer do I have to be here? I am literally that guy that spends 10 hours, 20 hours setting up all of his mods for Skyrim, and then plays for 1 hour and goes, this is boring.
That's the normal Skyrim experience. Is you spend like 100 hours making the mods, and then it's like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. Ian likes the other sort of roleplay more. So when it comes to roleplay, I'm of the opinion that roleplay is incredibly nerdy, but it's incredibly fun. It is undeniably just an absolute blast. But I myself get bored of it very quickly and don't want to participate after like 1 or 2 sessions. I just want to do it once and then bounce. And I feel like that's very rude to everyone else. So I don't like join a roleplay and then dip and be flaky. I don't want to do that to other people.
Sounds like you'd like a one-shot.
Don't. I love you. That is what everybody says, like, oh, you gotta try one-shots then. The problem with one-shots is because they're like just a one-episode thing, they're not like a big spanning campaign, I care about them way less, and they're way less interesting to me. I want to set up the big run that's like going to be 6 months or a long playthrough, because that's cool, that's the stuff that matters. And the one-shot is like, oh, well, who cares about that? That's like the uphill race in a drifting race, in a street race. Like, nobody cares about the uphill, everybody cares about the downhill. And like, I recognize this is just me being stupid. This is just brainworms. This is just like, literally it doesn't make sense, but that's just the way my brain not interprets these things, it's just how my brain functions with it. And I'm not really trying to rewire my brain with this. For me, it's just, okay, I don't do D&D and RP. See my friend group tried to do D&D, but the problem was my friend now, X, he was the worst DM because he didn't have any set rules. Just let everyone walk all over him. Oh, God. Yuki had a really bad DM recently. And, I had to tell her, I I had to tell her, like, you are getting walked all over. Fuck this guy. Get him out of here. And she did, and the person was shitty and stopped talking to her. And I'm just like, Yuki, you're better for this, I promise you. But the person was very guilt-tripped. They were such a bad DM. Oh my god, I watched one of her D&D sessions once, and it was just like, what the fuck is happening? Cat pick, tiny and small. Yuland is just a brat. Yuland, do you watch Pat Stares At? Nope, I don't think I've even heard of them. But Yuland, one of the biggest motorsport event of the year is a hill climb event. I'm just like you, Yuland. I can't do D&D. Like I told my friends, the only time I joined D&D is for the one-off character for one session. I don't know what it is. Like, I really enjoy setting up the character and the session. Like, like, we're gonna commit to this really long campaign. It's gonna be awesome. I enjoy setting that up. But then by third session, I'm like, I don't want to be here. And I know I'm gonna do that every time, so I just never commit to RP stuff. And then one-shots, I'm just like, well, who cares? Pat Stares At is part of the old Super Best Friends group. He had a series where he fought his mind goblins to enjoy games. You should watch that. It's one of those things, Hobbit, that, like, I don't really see the need to. Like, I could put a bunch of effort into, like, overcoming this mind goblin. Enjoying D&D. Having fun with roleplay and stuff like this. Or I could just play Raft with some friends. And, like, there's no effort. There's no... I need to rewire my brain in any way. I can just go do that and have fun. I just hate the idea of me committing to being a character and realizing I'm the only one who's doing it. I don't think you're as bad as him. But he has such severe OCD that he just doesn't enjoy games. If he just doesn't understand why this game mechanic even exists. I do have a little bit of that. It definitely doesn't sound like to his extent. But in group games, talking about Raft, if I don't understand the systems and what everyone else is doing, I get very frustrated. So the first time I played Raft, I played it with my friends Koyo, Zuvi, Fausto, and Winter. It was the 5 of us. And we all spawn in, the raft starts moving, and everybody kind of just falls into a job. Koyo, he's building the raft. He is, you know, collecting wood and, like, literally expanding the raft. Zuvi is, like, collecting materials for the story objectives. He is building the radio and the 3 satellite towers to give us coordinates. Fausto, he is building, like, the kitchen. He is cooking, he is managing water, he is keeping us alive. And Winter is fishing. Winter is just, he's fishing, he breaks a fishing rod, he makes a new fishing rod. Me? I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what to do. And so I'm just keeping a spear ready, and other than that, just throwing hooks at materials to give to other people. But, like, I'll see Zuvi put down an antenna. I'm like, what does this do? And he's like, we just need it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm dying. My health is low. My hunger is low. What do I do? And, Boss was like, come here. I got food for you. And, like, I just don't understand what is happening around me. And the first time we played, I hated it. I hated it. I was very frustrated. And so, at the end of that first playthrough, I said, I need to go play solo. I need to understand these systems. And so I played solo, and it was like, oh, I throw the fishing rod out to get fish. This is how you build the raft. This is how you grill fish that you get to make better food. This is how you get water. I'm understanding it. That's just them not being helpful and just wanting a gopher boy? Well, it wasn't that they wanted a gopher. It was that, like, because it wasn't like they were letting me do all the collection. They were doing collection themselves. It was just like, hey, I'll take care of fishing. Hey, I'll take care of story, right? Like, everybody just fell into their own role. And it was like, I just didn't understand. It wasn't like I was asking. I'm not sitting there like, explain to me what you're doing, because I would like to know. I was just like, I was just seeing them do stuff. And I didn't need to do it because they were doing it. But I was getting frustrated because I didn't know what they were doing. I went and played solo. I started understanding all the things. I was actually really bad and went further than the group playthrough. Because I was like, this game is so cool, I'm gonna go do all the things. And, once I understood it, Raft has been like a perfect game to me since. But not knowing the systems is incredibly frustrating to me. I had the same experience in Stardew Valley where I went and played a bit solo so that I would understand what's happening around me when we play in the group. Is this just for RPGs or all sorts of roleplay? Kind of anything I do in a group with people. With roleplay, I get bored of the roleplay. By third session, I'm like, how long do I have to be here? With group games, if I don't understand what people are doing, I'm frustrated. He does well, but for him it's a visceral physical reaction. Or I'd think he was a creature if it wasn't for the fact his wife exists. Okay, that is different. That's just them not being helpful and just wanting a gopher boy. I hate when people don't explain things. Even more so jobs and stuff. Where they just like, do this because I say. They don't explain why. I can understand it at your job where it's like, hey, we've kind of got, you know, time to go through. I think it'd be more appropriate to say like, I need you to do this now and I can explain it to you later when we have less going on. But right now I just need it done. That's a lot more appropriate. But the whole like, do this. Can I ask why? Because I said so. That's like, ugh. Dude, I think my left hand is dying. The tracking is off.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, my left hand just... It seems bad lately.
Although I think you're talking about VR. My
Yeah.
left arm, it hurts so much right now.
Really? How come?
I think it's because I was doing yard work and I just had the weed whacker for a good while. Is like, one, that thing's heavy, and secondly, it's just vibrating so much that it made my arms numb. After I had to cut down the jungle that grew in my yard while I was away.
Yeah. Oh. No,
What
my hand...
I don't understand is, why just my left arm?
Huh. Maybe that was getting more of the vibration?
Well, I think it's because that was the one that was guiding the device, so there was a lot of repetitive movements there, versus my right, which is just pulling the trigger on the thing.
Yeah. This fact where it's like, go get ice cubes. And it's like, do we need them now? What do we need them for? What if I can't get ice cubes? Can frozen peas work? Oh my god, Ganna. You are like me, and it drives my father nuts, because, like, I'm the type of person where I'll ask a million questions. Mow the lawn. What do I do if we run out of gas? Well, there's gas here. What do we do if, this happens? Well, just deal with that when we get there. You know, can we wait for this better time to mow the lawn? No, just do it now. My dad, he's the type where he has a problem, he just does it. He's just like, there is no reason to ever wait on doing this. Just do it. Just do, fix problem. And for me, I'm always like, I need to have all the things accounted for before I even start this. Apparently it's like a neuroatypical trait. The need to understand why. I can very much see that. I also recognize that it doesn't matter if I understand a lot of things, so once I hit that, it helped. So now if my dad was like, hey, mow the lawn, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be like, okay. And if it doesn't have gas, it's like, I'm literally just gonna go, it doesn't have gas. But I'd say my base instinct is I need to understand why, and I need to account for all situations. I have definitely been like that in the past.
Like that too.
Full is the most like that. It pushes my buttons sometimes.
Oh, I drive people crazy at work with the amount of times I say, okay, but what if? Which is also good because it helps to solve bugs and problems before they become a problem.
Mm-hmm. No, Full is the type of person.
Like me for that, and management hates me for it.
Full is the type of person where if he doesn't understand it, he cannot move forward. He is just locked in on it, and there is no anything else until he understands why. And I will see people be like, it doesn't matter. Just do it. You know, just don't worry about it. And I'm saying they're like, it doesn't work like that. Not for Full. And I always try to explain to him as simple and as quickly as possible. And it's usually not a satisfying explanation to him. Usually he's like disappointed. But it lets him move on. Instead of the whole just like, no, you can't, I need to know. I also end up playing Devil's Advocate. Because people just see the positive without the glaring negatives. I don't want to, but no one else will. Yeah. It's so tragic when you see somebody that like has an idea and they're just like they're only thinking of the benefits of it, and it's like you have not put the thought into why this is a bad idea. You see it in like games a ton where people are like, why don't the devs just do this to the game? And it's like, do you have any idea how difficult it would be to implement this feature? You are asking them to rewrite the game. It is not a simple, just do this. I'm seeing a lot in Warframe right now, because they just added the Spider Warframe. And what everybody wanted from the Spider Warframe was that she goes into spider mode, and then she can crawl along the walls. Like the walls and ceiling just, if she's running, she just starts running up the wall. The coding for that in a game is like very difficult, very complex. And so what they did, they have a wall latch feature. Hi, Leon. They have a wall latch feature that any Warframe can do where you glide into a wall and you kind of just hold on to it for 5 seconds. They have made her wall latch time really, really long. And she has like a web pull move where she can target somewhere, shoot web at it, and if it's a wall, she will pull herself to that wall. And so her movement speed in spider form is just targeting walls and zipping to them. Just, you know, zip here, zip here, zip here. It's not fully like crawling along the walls like they wanted, but it's still a good spider aesthetic of you are on the walls. And people are like, why didn't they just make it so that you can crawl along the walls? Why didn't they do this? And it's like, you don't know what you're asking for, dude. Spider Warframe? Yeah. Just press the optimize button, are you stupid? Oh my god.
This happens all the time in the software industry.
You see somebody in World of Warcraft where they're like, they should add the Shadowhunter class. Here's how they should implement it. They don't have mana or rage or any resource. They just, you know, have cooldowns, and they can use like Shadow Dagger on, you know, it doesn't have a cooldown because I want to always be able to use it. And it just does like a lot of damage, and they just throw Shadow Daggers at their enemy, and it's ranged, and it's got a 40-yard. It's like, have you thought why making a God mode class would be fucking atrocious? Did you put any thought into? Yeah, this is like a cool concept. Like, yeah, you'd feel cool for 5 minutes being that strong, but like, buddy, what are you doing? Like how League is just minions for like everything. My favorite is, it's probably just one line of code. Oh god. Have you heard that before, Sen?
Heard what?
It's probably just one line of code.
Oh, something like that. It's like this happens all the time where someone who doesn't program is an expert at programming. The armchair programmer.
It's just one
It's
line
just
of
one
code.
line.
Deletes.
RM/RF star. That's how you nuke your computer.
Oh god. Deletes Goku and now Arxis game doesn't work. Oh god.
Or no, it's dash RF.
Hi Jan. Hi Yulian Sen. Sudo RM dash RF.
Yep, that one.
Hi Kuro.
It's like I'm even afraid to type that in. I'm not on a Linux machine, but I do use a Linux machine for work.
Hi Lopner. Were you having fun with Night Rain? Were you showing Haxie the ropes? I was watching Kuro this morning, and I came into Fun is Debatable. Uh-oh. I opened his stream this morning, and he's talking about how he hates showering because it's winter. And I'm like, you have to shower every day! Your body is gross, I'm a biologist! And then I went to his throne. And his problem was, you know, it's fucking cold in winter, right? That's a legit problem, it keeps me from showering. The solution is the space heater. You plug it in, it keeps the bathroom warm, you plug it in like 30 minutes before your shower, you go shower in your nice toasty room, when you're done you unplug the space heater. I'm telling you, Kuro, it's really fucking nice. And then I suggested that to his throne, and then I was just suggesting other things. I found the most vile throne suggestion last night for Cairo. And then I put it on Kuro's as well, because it was on my mind. I found on Amazon the Gamer Bucket. It is a 5-gallon bucket. It has a toilet seat rim, and you attach a trash bag to the inside of that toilet seat rim, so you can literally shit in a bucket, and it's got a nice like bag system to get rid of it. And it's like, bro, who would ever use this? This is so awful. Gamer Bucket. That's just a camping toilet? Yes, it's just a camping toilet. The real bad thing was, I suggested it to Cairo, and he's like, because we're like, you go AFK all the time. Hi, Haxie. Here's the Gamer Bucket for you. And he's like, this is gross. This is disgusting. How could you do this? And then he's looking at it, he's like, oh, this is just a bucket with a toilet seat lid. You know, I could see this at like a job site, or, you know, when we're doing this. And I'm like, hang on, Cairo. You're not supposed to like this. Cairo, no. Probably good idea for areas with inconsistent wear lines. Hi, Sir Noble. Look, in practical use, yes. For like a water, okay. For like camping, or you know, a construction site maybe, if you don't have like an actual porta potty. Hi, Gura. Yeah, I could see it being nice. I don't want to hear about it in anybody's bedroom. Sir Noble, I was losing my mind yesterday. You debating D was like, I want to strangle her. I want to strangle this woman. Oh my god. You start talking. She cuts you off. And she's like, no. Stop talking. And she cuts you off. And then, like, you cut her off once, and she's like, shut up, let me finish. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna fucking Oh my god, she was getting... Did you end up seeing new outfit? I think so. It's the one Gammy has, but you recolored it for black, right? I think? It's the one with the, It's the bikini top, but like, it like flares up off of the body? Maybe I didn't, if it's not that. I was losing it with D. She is, as I'm going to put it, the type of person that in a debate gets very passionate and loses her civility and formality in the debate. She gets very excited. Yes, she gets very excited. I know it's not from a place of maliciousness, but it is like one of the most upsetting people to talk to in a debate setting. And Sir Noble, the absolute saint, is there just like... just doing his best. Send a... I know you have pictures of it, Kuro. Send me a picture to make sure I did. Winter, is he on Brazil or something? He's in Australia. Winning is fun. Kuro did not win Aussie Winter. Why? Alright, need to find Yulin 60 gallons of lube. Gamer bucket, that's a camping toilet god, meow meow. Axie, did you have fun in Night Rain? I know you were the new player. Pyro's a creature, you know this, Lamau. Just a porta-pot of Yulin. Did you end up seeing? He's very excited. I do not have pictures of it. You don't have pictures of it yet! Get on that, Kuro. Australia mentioned? Yeah. Kuro is in Australia. You guys are going through your winter right now, so it's cold. And Kuro was like, I have not been taking as many showers as usual because showering in winter sucks. And if I'm not doing anything in my room, I'm not getting gross. And I was like, that's not how it works! The crazier Brazil got it. Oh no, Haxie. I feel like with Night Rain, people either have... We had games... I feel like with Night Rain, people either have fun and they're like, I'm gonna put 500 hours into this in a month. Or they're just like, I don't get this and it sucks. Does it get very cold there? It's not a measure of if it gets cold there, it's that that's the coldest it gets there, right? If you live in Australia for 10 years, then their coldest is cold for you, because that's what you're acclimated to, right? If the temperature range you're used to is 40 at the lowest, 80 at the highest, 60 is like the middle ground and comfortable, then when it's 80, you're hot, and when it's 40, you're cold. There are people in places where, you know, -10 is their coldest, and 60 is their warmest. Well, they're gonna be in that 60 and be like, man, it's a little hot. I'm a little toasty right now. And everyone else is like, 60's perfect. What do you mean you're hot? And then they're gonna be at like 30. And they're gonna be like, oh, this is nice, and everyone else is freezing their nips off. It's what you're acclimated to, right? So like, I don't know how cold it gets in Australia. I don't know if it's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit is their coldest, or if it's actually like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea. But like, if that's cold for what you're used to... Hi, Furisu. People say 60, 75 is hot are the worst people to hang out with. I do not think that's the worst to hang out with, Furisu. Maybe the worst to cuddle with, but... Getting in and out of the shower is pain. Being in the shower is good. The solution is a space heater. You can get them for like $30 to $50. My god, they make showers in winter so much nicer. I had fun. Winning or not doesn't bother me. Especially when I know so little and still learning. You learn a lot, Haxie. I have no idea what 60 or 80 is. You're speaking Fahrenheit to me, lol. 80 to 26 is where it starts getting hot for me. Oh, 80, 26 Celsius. I feel like 90 used to be hot for me. I used to be fine in the 80s. Now it's like, if it's over 75, I'm like a little uncomfortable. And 80 is like, oh, this sucks. 15 is a nice temp. Hi, call me, dude. 80 feels hotter. It also depends on humidity, right? When I was okay with 80 was when I was in Colorado. And they have a very dry heat. Missouri and Texas? Oh my god, it's humid and it fucking sucks to have 80 there. In winter, I turned on my bathroom's radiator at night, so it would be warm during showers in the morning. Yeah, jacket temp. Humidity is so bad. Dude, humidity is just like... The last time I went to a reunion, this was like 10 years ago. I'm going to one in like 2 weeks. But 10 years ago, we brought my cousin with us. And on our way, or on the way back, we've been in the air-conditioned car for like 8 hours. We get home, and we're like, well, cousin, are you ready for the hot, crisp, humid Texas air? And he's like, we just got from Louisiana. I'm gonna be fine. And he opens the door, and he said it was like opening an oven, where the heat just literally hit him in the face and like hurt. And he was just like, oh god, get me inside. And we were like, bro, we warned you. Humidity will kick your ass. Maybe a thin one, but yeah. Like 10 is jumper temp. 20 in C is where I'm cold, and in a big hoodie and thick tights. Like 35 C is where I'll take a hoodie, take off hoodie and just wear a shirt. Anything below 15 to 60 is like, I don't really want to go out because cold. I underestimated that shit and got my brain fried twice. I always get hit really hard by it. Because I'm such an indoor person, I don't go outside, right? And so the very few times I do, I'm used to like being in an air conditioning house all day. And so like, it's Texas. Oh, I gotta go to the store. Opens the door, gets assaulted by the hot air, and she's like, oh, kill me. Ugh. Here in Missouri, I try to go to the store at 6 a.m. before it's hot and before the people are outside. And so I don't deal with it too much, but like, I'm gonna trim the trees with my dad at some point. He wants to do a different project first. He wants to install blinds in the guest room down here, because the guest room in the basement has 2 windows that don't have blinds on them. And so he wants to do that before we trim the trees. But there's a day coming where we trim the trees at like 4 p.m. and I'm just like, oh god, this sucks. I understand that shit. Or I underestimate it. I'm starting to die at 21C. That's fair. I've heard that women have a higher constable temp. The basement having 2 windows without blinds is so Missouri. Yeah. Yeah. We, this basement has a sliding glass door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows. And then a side garage door. And 2 of the windows are like at the side of a fireplace, so they'll never have blinds. 2 of the windows are in a guest room, and they will have blinds. And then the one that's in like the side that kind of looks at the kitchen area has blinds. It doesn't really need it, not as much as the guest room, but like at the same time, it's the window that faces our neighbors. And so it's just like, yeah, we want blinds to our neighbor's place. The garage door, it's actually a glass garage door. And so you can just totally see through that. 20 Celsius is the perfect temp for me, being comfy. And even then, I still want like either long pajamas or tights on. A light jacket cardigan. Glass door. Yep, a glass garage door. House is pretty humid too, so it can suck. I'd say my perfect comfy is like 70. I think at 70 is where I'm like, this is ideal. 65, I'm getting a little chilly. Like a rolling door, or like a garage door. Like it goes up and like goes along the roof and you could drive a car in and out of it. It's kind of like 4 big planks. I don't know what a rolling door is. 21C is 70? Okay. 76, I'm chilling. We're at 2 miles. We just went through the spider area. And now we're on our way to Fell Soul Hold. Ugh. When I was like 98 pounds soaking wet, 78 to 80 was cozy. Holy shit, Argus. Cairo, did you accept the gamer bucket? 21 isn't bad. That's like, you can get away with pants weather. Hi, Cairo. No, you were thinking about it last night. You were like, oh no, this is so gross. Wait, actually, I could use this at a job site. This might actually be pretty nice if I bring it to this. I could see the use for this thing. That is gross. It is gross. I was trying to suggest it to Kuro today, Cairo. I was watching him, and I was like, Kuro, here's a gamer bucket for you. But Throne wasn't liking it. Not gamer enough for the bucket. Rolling door is a door that rolls into a roll in the roof. Similar to what you are thinking? Okay. In a room, yes. But I can see why it would be good for camping and stuff. Cairo. Kuro is dealing with his Australian winter. And so he's like taking less showers. And we were like, you need the space heater. Tell him how great the space heater is. Tell him it's really nice when it's cold. And you walk into a heated bathroom. Australian winters? Yeah. Because they're in the southern hemisphere. Australian winters are still hot now. They're hot for us. But for somebody who lives in Australia, they're very cold. Like 0 Celsius. It's totally a camp toilet. They're not as cold as our winters. But we are acclimated for our winters. We expect below freezing temps in a lot of places. They ain't got that, and so that's very cold for them. Yeah, that's t-shirt and shorts weather. I love my bathroom space heater. It heats in the winter and fans in the summer. Oh, that sounds fancy. Yeah, I expect negative 35 weather. Here in Missouri, our winters are either 20 Fahrenheit or 40 Fahrenheit. It is literally a coin flip if it freezes or not. That's cold as fuck. 37 Fahrenheit right now. We go up to like 40 C during the summer. You know what's one of the best inventions ever? A toilet seat heater. Get yourself a toilet seat that keeps itself heated in winter. Oh my god, guys. Do it. Do it. I have a friend who complains whenever it's above 50 Fahrenheit. He is literally the worst person to hang out with. My hands stop working at 70 Fahrenheit, 100 Fahrenheit during summer. Friend told me it was like negative 41 winter in Minnesota, and I was like, what? Yeah, in Minnesota? Yeah. That sounds right. It gets cold some places of the world. It's hot some places of the world. Some places get fucking both. In Colorado, they can have 6 feet blizzard snow days, and then 107 Fahrenheit the next week. Kansas gets as bad as 125, 51 during summers. Negative 45, negative 42 in winters. Jesus! I'd actually die below 50, I cannot function. I used to be really good for winter. Hi, Mikilan. Central and South Minnesota are pretty mild, but northern countries are basically Alaska. Counties, not countries. I used to be great in winter. It would be like -20, and I'm just like jeans and a hoodie, and I'm good. Like, Hypixel, me gearing up for winter was just like, do I need snow boots or can I wear Converse? That was what went through my head in winter in Missouri when I was going to college. Then I lost 70 pounds. I cannot handle winter anymore. I have lost all my blubber. Whenever I drive, I have the window down. Only time I don't is when it's raining. I carry like 2 jumpers in my car. Are you like me? Are you short and always cold for your entire life? Know you from earlier. What are we at? 2.3? I'm tall. 5'11". I wish I had short problems. But yes, I'm forever cold. I'm not really forever cold or forever hot. I used to radiate heat, but like I didn't... Like it was a good source of heat, but I didn't feel particularly hot. Now I just feel like I'm affected by weather more. So you'll need cuddles to keep warm, got it? Maybe. 5'11", but massive redacted. I'm a living radiator. I look like it's snowing to like 95 Fahrenheit. Oh my goodness. Thought it would go away the one year. I was like 50, 60 pounds lighter. Not more heat. What? That's crazy. I very much like... I lost all my weight, and now I struggle with the cold. I'm about the same in heat. I hate dealing with heat. But in the cold, I am fucking pathetic now. Nothing about me could be described as massive. That's not true, Haxie. No big boobies. Got the size of my head. The size of Haxie's bunny outfit collection. You would absolutely use the word massive. Hee We played Xenoblade yesterday. You can see what I'm dealing with on X. This is true. We played Xenoblade yesterday. It is a work in progress. Well, I don't think they are big. Want to hang out and take pics in bunny outfits sometime, woo. But what do I know? Subtle plug, lol. Yeah, always. At least you aren't small with a big ass head like me, Lamau. So we started Xenoblade. It was on Cairo's stream. I was streaming it to Discord. He was taking Discord to OBS for Twitch. He was in VR chat, running around a world with the world screened out, so it's kind of like he could just walk around the screen. And I was doing my live 2D model. It was... Oh my god. I was not having fun at first. Big head Lego proportions, gang. I think Farisu likes taking pictures with others. I'm scared for when I visit her. I'm scared that... Like, we're probably gonna take lewd pictures for, like, you know, at least an hour. But, like, what if she's like, okay, now let's do this set. Alright, now put this on. And then, like, 10 hours later, it's like, oh my god. Sometimes comes with being a redacted. I actually need to take more bunny pics. Xenoblade, I keep getting distracted. I was not having fun at first. I really like... Oh, sick, Firebreak is on Game Pass. Hi, Blesky. There are 206 bones in the human body. Mind if I give you one more? I do not. I really like the setting for Xenoblade. You've just got a big-ass ocean, and the world is 2 giant Titan robots that killed each other? And that's their world? That's just... They live on dead robots? That's fucking awesome. Oh, really? I'm sleepy, shy person IRL. Anything you'll need to ask me if you want to do things? Oh, redacted. I don't know what you mean, but okay. You were grumpy during Xenoblade? Oh, I was definitely getting grumpy. Going into the little facility was pushing my buttons. Which one? I fucking... Xeno Chronicles 1? I think it's 1. I think it's the first game. Hoi hoi, what did I miss? Give me a sit rep on your life. We played Xenoblade Chronicles with Cairo yesterday, Blesky. It's the first time I've ever played any of these games. I am not sold on the combat yet. Cairo thinks there's a range character I'll really like. I also don't really like being melee so far. I think I'll enjoy being ranged a lot more. Nice, hell yeah, that story blew my dick off. Wasn't the plan to dress up all cute and take pictures in Macca's? In Macca's? Yeah, the setting is badass as hell. It's 1 billion. I'm so sorry to see that your dick is no more. Here's my complaint with the combat. I don't like managing threat. That's like not the fun part of a DPS character in an MMO. I feel like the fun part of a DPS character is doing your rotation right and pumping out damage. I don't like that, you know, just don't use your abilities. Just literally hold off or you're gonna pull threat. Heading out. Mwah. Okay, thank you for hanging out. Bye-bye. Same thing for tanks. I hate it when, like, the tank is concerned about threat. I just want threat to happen for the tank. I feel like the fun part for tanking is active mitigation. The fun part for DPS is maximizing DPS. And the fun part for healing is maximizing DPS while also maintaining health bars. Hi, Ishtar. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Proxy. Yulin, you say words funny? What game? Xenoblade Chronicles 1. At least it was worth it. Worth noting I'm not the only person here. There are 2 others. I was here to share a bed with Yulin. He got clamped by the Tephra Cave Lizard and the boss a few times. Was it though? Ah, so you're gonna pass him around. Fair enough, I'm totally not jelly. Oh my goodness, Lamalrip. What game are you getting clapped in? The fun part of tanking for tanking is maximizing DPS. Fun part of healing is maximizing DPS. Fun part of DPS is staying alive and dodging swirlies. No! Oh, and I just gotcha. Enjoy wives. Hi, Bessie. The fun part of healing is calling everyone a fucker. They can't do anything about it because you're the healer. Just literally spam this 1 dive spot, get infinite money, pull 100%, quit game. Does that happen in Xenoblade Chronicles? Huh? This is why Elon doesn't play WoW anymore. He can't handle the meta of all 3 roles maximizing DPS. I really can't. I don't like it when tanks are about maximizing DPS. I feel like a tank should be about maximizing tankiness and holding threat. I hate it when it's like, you're not building for damage, you're doing too little damage. It's like, I'm a blood DK, huh? I like classic WoW threat system where max DPS equals threat. I hate classic WoW threat system. I hate, okay guys, we pulled the boss, but nobody touch him. Nobody do anything. 5 Sunders rule. 5 Sunders rule. I hate that. I hate having to wait as a DPS. Either because you have to wait for the tank, or you have to wait for your cooldowns like Feint to lower your threat. I hate those systems. Just take the caster from the stupid fucking AI and blast, blast, blast. Tanks have been about maximizing DPS since Vengeance was added, not gonna lie. Then they just keep buffing tank DPS. Oh, one is the one with the Monado, isn't it? Yes. You just skipped that game. No, Proxy, it's not my call. I made a trade with Cairo. He plays Tales of Vesperia. I play Xenoblade Chronicles. Classic WoW threat. Oh, so bad. At least in Wrath it became the modern threat system. Bad trade. Cairo, are you gonna take this from your bestie? There's always that one DPS that went in ham and died straight up. TBC was basically a joke for threat too. TBC the worst expansion, other than BFA, Shadowlands, Dragonflight, The War Within. I'm not taking it, Lamau. You know, I've said this for a while. I think Burning Crusade was good for its time, but when you actually look at what it did for the game, I don't think Burning Crusade was that good. What do you mean, skip it? Yeah, aren't they like you have to do them all in order story-wise? How are you gonna skip the first one? Okay, I now need to defend why you don't like TBC. TBC ruined most of the good aspects of WoW. They took out the family aspect of 40-man raids. The family aspect. I don't know if I agree with that. Yes, never finished it. Game was ass. It's okay, Cairo. It's okay. You get used to it, okay? You love Proxy to death, but then you're like, wow, I love Breath of the Wild. And he's like, Breath of the Wild, that game was ass. Literally a trash game. I don't even know why they made it. And it's like, what? What? What is this man's opinions on things? You still love him, but he is an enigma. And that's how it is for both Xeno trilogies. Flying was shit, removing 40-man altogether bad. Also killed going back to previous tier for gear. 40-man raids were 20 people raiding with 20 warm bodies. Game was ass too. Should I drive to a 24/7 gym after work just so I fix my shape? I'm lazy as shit. You should do whatever works for you, Blesky. For me, that would never be going to a gym. For a lot of people, going to the gym is ideal. You gotta find out what works for you. They managed to kill World PvP and turn players more in TBC than any other expansion for the next 14 years. Flying was cool. I liked flying. I hated flying. I actually think WoW would have been a lot better if they never added flying. I think the current system... No, not the current system. I think the last time they did it was BFA. But the system of you go into a game with no flying, and then by the end they have a like meta achievement to unlock flying, but like the game has been out for a year. I like that system. But if they had never added flying, I think I would have been happy. Yeah, contradictory people can be hard to talk to. Leaf. I like how it was limited to TBC. Oh, speaking of, I started Breath of the Wild last night. I'm really enjoying it. I got 70 hours in Skyward and got kind of bored, Lamau. Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of my favorite games to watch people play. For some people, talking about Proxy, it is not a fun game. It is a very open and like, go do what the fuck ever. And for somebody who likes being given a path, somebody who likes, hey, do this, Breath of the Wild is not a fun game. Breath of the Wild is literally you see something sparkling on that hill, go check it out. Also, weapon durability is like a massive complaint. If I were to fix one thing about Breath of the Wild, I would not remove weapon durability. I would add in a Great Fairy that lets you spend a lot of resources to lock the durability of items. I would let you, literally exchange like diamonds, thousands of rupees, dragon parts, and literal hearts to lock weapons. So like, let's say you wanted a great flame blade, you would bring it to this Great Fairy, and she'd be like, spend 3,000 rupees. I need a Horn of Dinral, the big fire dragon. I need 3 diamonds. and 3 hearts, like 3 of your hearts that you could, you max out at 30, and you'd go down to 27. And as long as you have this great flame blade, it is locked durability. It cannot break. Nah, you're wrong. Oh my god. Shadowlands did it too, Pathfinder shit. Why are we listening to the guy that goes from Gotcha Slop to Tarkov to Gotcha Slop? World PvP and TBC. Oh man, I'm PvPing outside of Karazhan. Ideal. Shadowlands did it too, the Pathfinder shit. At least in Classic, World PvP wasn't shit. I like that in BFA. BFA had a shit ton of other problems, but I do like the Pathfinder flying. It was just people griefing for world buffs. How did you not beat SS after 70 hours, LL? There's a lot to do in Skyward Sword, and if you're not looking at a guide, you know, if you're just meandering around, it can take a while. Nobody likes doing world PvP. Not fun when it's gone almost completely. Not like this. I take a long time to do things and get all the stuff. I can fly around retail looking for people to PvP for like 20 minutes and find none. And it's not even my realm at this point, because the war mode instance is fucking 25 servers. Are you an undead rogue? And I play in Holy DK for World PvP or Blood DK. I like how Breath of the Wild expects you to figure things out on your own. Gives you very gentle hints. Oh, DK busted ass class SMH. I used to be a marksman hunter for World PvP. Would 1 to 3 shot everyone in WoD? Well, that's for 100%. That's valid then. 100% for SS was aight, but yeah, it drags a bit towards the end. Remember walking out of a cave in Classic and literally dying to 1 GCD because Ellie Shaman was busted as fuck. Fucking Rextroy Shaman does that all expansions. Hi, Kumi! Probably my fault getting bored for trying to 100% at Lamau. Have you considered playing a PvE, sir, if you don't like World PvP? I only played the Tarkov slot to spend time with friends. Game is still ass too, Proxy. The 3 hybrid tanking DPS trees was a completely balanced and sensible idea. What do you mean, sarcasm? Dad, I think this guy just doesn't like video games. You know what the problem is? It's Uma. Uma Musume is the problem. Proxy played a game that was too perfect in his eyes, and now he can't enjoy anything else. It's like sitting on a heated bidet in winter, and then using any other toilet. These toilets are fine, but they're not the heated bidet. Huh? Nope, no cuddles for Elon. He's cheating on us with Cairo. I like when Blood was a DPS tree, and Holy was the tank tree, with Frost being the dumb people spec. I really liked Blood DPS. If Blood had stayed a DPS, I probably would have stayed a Death Knight for the entire time. Like, I'd probably main Death Knight. Don't call me a home wrecker now. The hybrid tanking DPS healing specs, you mean? Question mark. I can't take that title from Yuli. Did somebody call you a home wrecker? Oh, I guess Kumi's saying I'm cheating on everybody with Cairo. Diseaseless Blood is the best playstyle WoW has ever had. I feel Blood should have just been Shadow Priest. I don't know. I just like the fast attack speed, spam heart strikes. I love Dancing Rune Weapon. I would have loved it if Blood was like... Everybody's healing. I would have loved it if Blood was about, like, leeching blood from the enemy to use that blood to empower a rune weapon, and just almost like an Iron Fur setup where you're just trying to roll as many Iron Furs as possible. So you always have like 2 to 3 just floating rune weapons around you. I would have loved Blood if it was a DPS like that. Because I love floating swords. That's one of my favorite aesthetics. I want Blood to get a healing variant where you can perform as a Blood DK and heal people by DPSing. Not that Wisp me for fist waving bullshit. I think that'd be silly for Isu, but I don't think it's too silly. DPS and passive healing, but no tanking. No, I mean how the original Wrath of the Lich King Death Knight was built for all 3 trees to work for DPS or tanking. Yeah, we know Zai. Also, hi Zai. Yeah, I was just complaining about how much they also heal themselves too. Remember the TBC Classic pre-patch? DK was actually so overtuned. I remember playing... I think I played Frost initially, and then it was the hybrid spec that came out. And it was like 32 Frost, 34 Unholy, or some weird combination like that. And you just did 2k more DPS than everybody. I honestly thought that since they put me on online chat sessions this week, writing a simple directions for users would be easy. Boy, am I wrong. These people do not read. DK at the end of the expansion was basically play Unholy to tank, or don't tank on DK. But all three specs had their moments in Wrath of the Lich King. Told the guy to open a start menu, type run. In the window, type a command. Guy says, I can't locate the command. Oh my god, Blesky. I remember seeing a story that's like, dealing in tech support is so infuriating because people don't like to be seen as stupid. So you can give them like, hey, check that your computer is plugged in, and they'll be like, of course it's plugged in. Why would it not be plugged in? And they'll get very defensive because they interpret that as, you know, you're an idiot, you didn't plug your computer. And so this one tech support guy was like, the key to being good tech support is to get people to check the really stupid shit in a way that doesn't, like, make them sound stupid. So if you want somebody to check if their computer has been unplugged, ask something like, hey, check if you know, if the computer became unplugged when, like, a dog brushed the cord or, like, you bumped the desk or something. Check if, you know, the computer's on if, like, something bumped it. It was always, like, fucking manipulate the situation so that you're not questioning their intelligence. Just get them to look at it with a very reasonable explanation. Healy, how long does exporting to YouTube take? This motherfucker has been processing for 2 hours? Typically, like 2 to 3 hours, and that's with my upload speed. With yours, well, it also depends on the video upload. If it was a YouTube video like this that's like 1 hour long, that probably takes like 30 minutes. If it's like a 2 hour walk, that might take 2 hours. My Metroid Prime videos, those each took like 6 to 8 hours to upload. We played for like 4 or 5 hours yesterday. It'll be a while. That's where turn it off and back on comes from, Lamau. Motherfucker has been processing for 2 hours. Those tech albums are always breaking shit. Let's fight them. Restart your PC, they put it to sleep and wake it up again. Hi. Oh boy, LOL wave. I need a drink. Eland, are we playing 11.1.7 when it goes live in a few hours? What the fuck is an 11.1.7? I can't wait to get my free 691 belt. I didn't even know there was a patch today. The new WoW update? I didn't even finish my blue quest last week. I didn't go to the Siren's Isle. Which, granted, there's no rep tied just to Siren's Isle, so who cares, but... I almost have my world reps maxed out. I'm like 23 or 24 with the Isle of Dorn. And then I just need to focus on Undermine and Radiance. Although I still want to do the others for the mounts. Imagine playing retail. I don't know when I'm getting on WoW Frisu, because I'm having a lot of fun with Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, and the next few days I'm kind of booked up. Today, after stream, we are playing Firebreak, which, you know, has Cairo a little worried, because he was looking at the reviews and they were like mostly negative, and we're like, uh-oh, that's not a good sign. I'm gonna be playing with Cairo and Fishy, so I'm gonna be having fun. But that'll be later tonight. It'll be 4:30 Central, 2:30 Western, 5:30 Eastern. Am I right on those times, Cairo? Cairo wanted to move his stream earlier to be nice to the Finnish girl. Because, you know, she's in fucking Finland. And so, we'll be playing it there. Wednesday, I'm putting up blinds. I don't have any games planned for Wednesday, I think. I would like to put up blinds with my dad. I would like to maybe work on my avatar for the trip to Furisu, Eto, and Onis. Also, after skimming reviews all morning, the sentiment is not enough content for $40. Wednesday nap. There should still be a nap Wednesday, but there won't be, like, any later in the day activities. Thursday, I think, is Tails finishing up. Friday, VR chat with Core. Saturday, game night, and I think all the boys are coming back. The new WoW update reminds me of an Izzard stand-up bit. 5-10 minutes of escalating desperation talking about trying to get a new printer. Kirk finally gives in, calls tech support. Oh, there's an on switch on the printer? Oh god. Eddie Izzard is so fucking funny. Imagine playing retail. This is a Arathi Highlands quest thing plus all the quality of life updates. One button press thing. And the belt quest for best in slot belt. What is the one button press thing? I saw people talking about it. Are they making it so that like each class has an emote that's, or just a button that's like, press this if you want to do like 80% of your class's shit, but not think about playing the game? Oh no, yeah, so after skimming reviews all morning, the sentiment is not enough content for $40. Wednesday nap. One button pressing thing is you just press rotation button. And it will do a really bad rotation? I saw people complaining about it, and I saw people being like, dude, what the fuck do you care? Oh, new colors of the HD Tier 2 remasters. All the lore quest lines for unique toys cosmetics. Pirate Dragon time walking mount. Arathi questline, that's all. Playing classic stuff or playing old content. No shit, had this happen back when I worked at a high school. One button press thing. Auto battler. It's broken for some of the classes. RIP DH. Joke's on you, I'm not old enough to consider it old content. Zoomer. I'm okay with the one button thing. Susie is it now. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. So they're apparently still okay with people saying Eddie? I remember one of their bits, but it's escaping my mind right now. They're fucking... I like how they tell jokes, though. Oh, well, cool. The one button thing. If you're doing Mythic Plus high keys, or you're doing, like, Mythic rating, obviously that shit's not gonna fly there. But if you're just like... I would like to just be competent at the game with an easy mode, and I would like to not be dead weight for people. I'm fucking great. I think that's awesome. Like, it's just gonna make it so that you have less bad players. Like, what would you rather complain about? The hunter in your group that is doing, like... You know, a good DPS is doing 3 million, and the hunter in your group doing 100,000. That's just dead weight. They're awful. They're trash. Or the hunter in your group doing like 1.5 million DPS, and you're like, oh, he's doing the one button thing. Like, you know, I'm not gonna think highly of these players, but like, they're not dead weight. They get to enjoy the game. One button DPSers. I like the one button press thing in that regard. Now, if people are doing top DPS with the one button thing, that I have a problem with. You talking shit of my VM Hunter? No, I'm not. Proxy. They are adding an easy mode to WoW. That is basically like, press this button, it does your rotation. So you literally just, you just spam one button, and the game plays for you. But it's not like, at least I hope it's not like you're doing top DPS. If Furisu and I were playing equally geared Death Knights, and I was pressing the one button casual mode, I'm gonna do like 2.5 million DPS. For Risu, she's gonna do like 3 to 3.5 million DPS. Ideally, I think. One button thing should not exist unless you're a blind player, not gonna lie. Never forget there is a blind guild that gets ahead of the curve every patch. I disagree, Frisu. I just hard disagree. Oh, whoa, cool. You know, Frisu is being mean to me. Frisu has an abrasive way of talking to people. She doesn't understand that she's just outright just talking shit to somebody and insulting them when she thinks it's just banter. I was gonna say she doesn't have a malicious bone in her body. She does. But typically, anybody here, she has no ill will for. I'm doing the entire next raids here with one DPS button. One button healing, I was top DPS, oh. It has a 1.2x GCD compared to normal play, and won't use cooldowns properly. Cruise control MO. XIV had mods for that for high-end rating. Classic WoW player and a zoomer is wild. To be fair, how many people actually use cooldowns properly? You click the one button and it does the whole raid for you. Yes. In Rift, they had such complex rotations that you were encouraged to make all these macros to help you. So like, I remember on my Paragon Warrior, it was like, you press this button to do 3 moves, then you start doing this button to use 2 moves, you start using this button to do through 5 moves. If this dot falls off, you do this. It was like you had a bunch of different sequence macros that you cycled between. Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean that she was actually mean. I'm enjoying the banter. I use my cooldowns properly, but I also play retail, where the skilled high APM players are. Dude, I was looking at the actions per minute of WoW recently. Holy shit. Ret Paladins are literally doing like 90 button presses per minute. Which is like, I'm sorry. Fucking what? You're doing 3 inputs every 2 seconds? Oh my god. That's so fucking much. Yeah, sounds like Ret Paladins. I played Feral Druid in Classic. Fight me. You aren't spamming keys in retail? You were like not playing properly, ATM? Been that way for a while? I knew it's high. I always say WoW has crazy high APM. I just didn't realize that at the highest gear, it was 90 inputs per minute for the highest classes. I think it's technically like 87 for Paladins. That's insane. That's so much. Spamming keys. Well, those are D's. More than 90? I don't know if it's more than 90. Because you have to press keys in advance to deal with MS delay. I literally looked at the, like, Simcraft APM logs for all the classes, and I think it's at 87. Hi, Tech. Hi, Yulin. You can look it up right now, Frisu. We're at 3.6. I want a drink. I watched the top OC Paladin Russian Paladins. They're literally hand cam pressing keys faster than 90 per min, LOL. It doesn't matter if they're pressing it. There's a limit to inputs. Even me in class press more than 90 per min. I love booty wiggle. Oh my goodness. What was it? You're gonna say something. I forgot. Blah. Oh well. To go back to Xenoblade. What were some notes I had from it? For all the Xenoblade players. We were going through the story. We get separated from Fiona. Duncan joins the party. And I'm like, oh great, we can go do all these quests we've completed. So there's like intense music. The game is like, go save Fiona! And I'm literally back in the previous dungeon, like clearing out all the hard mobs I couldn't kill. Because Duncan's level 20, and I'm just like, yeah, fucking kill him for me, yippee! And Kairo's losing his mind, just like, I've never seen anybody do this. What the fuck are you doing, dude? It was... I'm sitting there laughing my butt off. My guild leader has a cast per min of 99. I average around 87. How the hell are you getting 99? I'm looking at like the sim logs with like best in slot gear. At one point I went back and killed this unique elite lizard and he dropped like rare daggers. And I'm like, oh boy, daggers for Fiona when she comes back to the party. And Kairo's just like, ha ha ha, oh boy. She fucking dies, guys. I was looking at Warcraft logs. That's insane to me. You forgot, and I'm not even gonna call you old. Lamau. My last key at 679 eye level, I did 104 cast during the first boss per min. It's a blood decay, limited by runes. Thanks, Lust. Okay, well, yeah. If you have a... okay, sure. It was funny. It was funny, but it was like... okay, I always enjoyed killing things with Duncan. I'm still like, wait, she's actually dead? But they gave me daggers for her. Why would they do that? Because Kyron almost immediately told you about how some characters just don't stick around after you got the daggers. So he foreshadowed the fuck out of it. I mean, honestly, I should have been more attentive to it. Because she had the biggest red flag I've ever seen in a JRPG of, I hope every day can be as peaceful as this. Which is like, okay, you die today. When are we doing 19s for title? I was not having fun with the combat. I'm still like, we'll see. Maybe I'll get a ranged character or a healer and have more fun. I hate playing melee so far. I really wanted to play Fiona, and then she just dies like a wet paper bag. It sucks. The force that helps cast from in with the free cast. Which Tales game is the one where you're like walking around dungeons the entire time and it's not turn-based? What the fuck? Furisu, that's all of them. None of the Tales games are turn-based, huh? You get used to the combat? Found it was goofy as hell at first. So I have to do my 12s for 3K. You just want to play the cute girl? I did! And she was awful. We'll get more characters. We'll get more characters and then we'll see. Pyro is saying that this is the game with, the Birdwing head characters, and I was like, what? I could have sworn that was a different one. The Tales game I played was turn-based, but it was on SNES? I am completely unfamiliar, or sorry. Like you could use a certain amount of actions with cooldowns? I mean, so I'm not super familiar with any of the Tales games before Symphonia. I know there's Fantasia, there's Eternia, there's Destiny. I didn't know any of them were fucking like that. I thought it was always just free movement, free attacks, parries, blocks, literally move out of the way. Just figured out all of them were like that? No. The Tales guy doesn't know. In Symphonia... what is a game that's similar to Symphonia combat? Symphonia is... you get your white hits, and then you get arts and arcane arts. And so, as the main character Lloyd, you get 1, 2, 3 for white hits. And then you get, like, an art, which is, you know, a low spell. Think of, like, Demon Fang. And then you could get, arcane art, which would be, like, double Demon Fang. Hi, Octomage! So, like, a standard combo on Lloyd would be, like, hit, 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 Demon Fang, double Demon Fang. 6 hits. You can get skills that increase that, so you can go up to, like, 4 basic hits. And obviously you'll get attacks that hit way more, so like Sword Rain is a much more hit move than Demon Fang. In Abyss, the combat changes to arcane arts leave a field on the ground that can affect other moves. So you could, like, have somebody do a fire spell, leaves a field on the ground, and then when you do Demon Fang, it's like a fiery Demon Fang. Atelier Rise. Hi, wait, really? I'm helping some people gear up if you want to grab 12s, assuming you are at least, like, 665 or something. In Vesperia is the one we've been playing on Kairo's channel, Frisu. This one is the same thing. It's like, you know, you get your white hits, arcane art, but you start getting spells that let you move back and forth between arts and arcane arts. So it'll be like, you get a skill that's like, you can do a second art after a standard art. You can do an altered art after an art. You can do an art after an arcane art. You can do an arcane art after an altered art. So in that, you'll be like, you know, you'll do your hits, and then it'll be Demon Fang, double Demon Fang, fiery Demon Fang. You can do way more combos because of stuff like that. After that was Grace's F, where they just got rid of mana. And instead of, like, the combo limit, they have the soul combo limit, which, as you do things like break guards and perfect parries, you get more. And you get to a point where you have, like, 30 SC in a fight, and you can just infinitely loop through your attacks. God, Grace's F is good. I must be a genius. What happened, Chernobyl? After Grace's F is Zilia, they kind of went back to the Vesperia style. After Zilia is Zestiria, which, God, I hate the combat in that one. Double D... Oh, I must be a genius! Double Demon Fang! Berseria, they kind of went with the Grace's F style of the SC, but it has mana. And then Arise. Arise has mana and SC, but they let you do things that just damn near infinite combo. So you can do like hit, art, arcane art, character special. Hit, art, arcane art, switch character. Hit, art, arcane art, character special. Hit, art, arcane art. Like, you could just do crazy stuff in Arise to... You're playing Devil May Cry at that point. I'm 673 ATM. What did you think of Torghast, Double Demon Fang? Played the beta version and thought the launch version was way worse, but still enjoyed it. Healer, DPS tank, DPS rep paladin. Rise is a blast to play, and they showed how the JRPG look can be in AA graphics, but man, I do not give a fuck about the story and characters. Hobbit? Oh my god. That is exactly what I say. Hi, Icy Fire. To go back to what Frisu said, what do you think of Twitter checkmark? If you're a business, I get it. If you're like, Twitter is literally part of your income, I get it. But man, I think if I see somebody with a Twitter check mark, they're a fucking loser. I think the check mark is sad and lame. But like, if you depend on Twitter for money, I get it. I'm not gonna judge you for that, but holy, I think the check mark system is lame. I need more Rimworld stories, good background listening. Okay. Yuli, I 100% to Torghast. Every cosmetic, cape, weapon, big grind. Even so, the mall mount day one. Hi, Keo. Rimworld OST fucking goated. Oh, I have the Mark of the Beast for my booth store. Helps getting eyes on stuff. Icy Fire is here. Let's pop open holidays. Oh, there's fucking nothing today. June 17th. Global Garbage Man Day. National Apple Strudel Day. National Cherry Tart Day. National Eat Your Vegetables. Okay. National Eat Your Vegetables Day. I love that video. Stewart's Root Beer Day. World Croc Day. World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought Day. Apple strudel or cherry tart? I guess I'm going with cherry tart. Icy's here, ban them, right? No! Hi, how's you? I'm good, we're at 4 miles, Keo. Torghast is my fave feature game mode. Though to be honest, I don't think it does much. I'm probably gonna drop it after this month. Oh, Trying to Icy, the ban won't go through. Roxy hug. I really like Torghast. I wish it wasn't mandatory back then. I wish it was more like Delves, where it was like, you can do this, or you can do other things. But I think it was a mistake to make it, like, just required for legendaries. What else was there in Xenoblade? We got through the Spider Cavern. That's where we ended. We popped out of the Spider Cavern, and we were just like, okay, here's a good stopping point. The next time we play, I think is Thursday? I think on Thursday we'll be doing Tales. We could potentially pay... No, I don't know Cairo stream days. Probably would have loved the beta version. I got to the late 80s in terms of pushing floors. The capped 8, 12, 16 one was just not as fun. I'm down to play Xenoblade like every fucking day Cairo's available. I just need to do an avatar day. I really need to have a day where I set up an avatar for when I am at my reunion. Because there's going to be 3 or 4 streams. I think 3 streams of, me being desktop. When Torghast Revisited. Maybe someday, Furisu. The problem is, they get like a really cool idea like that, right? And then they just execute it horribly. And then they go, well, the entire thing sucks, so don't do it. And it's like, no, Torghast was cool. It was you're requiring it and making it mandatory that, like, everybody hated. It was the burnout with it that sucked. Perfect Visions Revisited were okay, just really short. I was actually really bad and I didn't do them last week. Hi, Hogalini. Thank you for the follow. I did it once, like, 2 weeks ago on my Rogue. I have not been doing it since then. I really should. It's probably one of the more important dailies to be, or weeklies to be doing. Roxy Pickle. I can carry you 8 mask plus mounts if you want. What? I don't even know what that means, Furisu. Fair enough, I jumped in mid-expat. You need to go and get like 2 Legos and raid gear to actually get good progress. I really love the idea of it. I've been selling 5 to 8 mask carries for 100 to 500k gold. Oh, hell yeah. We might actually finish with just this video. I didn't think we would, but we shouldn't. I don't think the last section is 0.7 miles. Short walk? Possibly, but I don't think so. I think we need another video after this. If it's too long, I am gonna be like, nope, fuck this. We'll go to 6. Because we have plans later in the day. I reserve the right to cut it short. I hope not. Wiggle. I would love to, like, get this and then, like, Gold Saucer. Gold Saucer or Mechagon after this would be ideal. But we never fucking get Gold Saucer. Neil and I posted your feet in a chat, and the streamer banned it. Oh god, whose chat was it? God damn it. I miss Feet Chan. I miss them so much. You know Zoe? Yeah. Ah. Why do you have the stepping emote? It was him. I have the stepping emote because somebody named Feet-chan, who used to frequently show up, was like, Yuland, if I commissioned an emote of your character, would you add it to the channel? And my dumbass was thinking he'd do like a love or a kiss. And I'm like, oh my god, you would commission art of my character in an emote form? Oh my god, that means so much to me. Of course I would add it. He then goes, great. 2 months later, he goes, I have commissioned Paper Talisman. Here's an animated emote of somebody stepping on your character and you orgasming. Oh. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, here's the sketch of your character literally, you know, just in a euphoric mode from getting stepped on. Oh. I didn't think that was the emote you were gonna commission. And then they were like, they shared a screenshot of me being like, of course y'all add it. Whatever emote you get, I'll be happy to. This means so much to me. And I was like, oh fuck. And so I have a Steppies emote. And yup. That's how that happened. Feet-chan, huh? Oh, that's funny as fuck. What? I started paying attention again at the wrong time. That's fucking hilarious. We'll do that IRL. We will not do that IRL, Frisu. It wasn't your idea? Sure. Media also got one. Media got one from the same artist before I did. And when I got it, she was like, whoa, that's a Paper Talisman emote. And I was like, oh god, you know? And she's like, yeah, I didn't know you were like that. You and I was like, I'm not. Oh god. I didn't know Yulin likes feet that much. I don't want to step on you, but someone else? I don't want anybody to step on me, Frisu. No one is stepping on me. I don't want to be stepped on. I also don't really want, like, anybody to be into my feet, because I think I'm going to be so ticklish that I, like, reflexively kick somebody. Someone steps on me, it can be on my back. That doesn't sound too bad. Please kick me. There's some days where, like, my back is like, man, I just want this to fucking pop. Now you want to step on people? I'm not against stepping on people. I'm not particularly like, oh man, I want to step on people. But if somebody was like, step on me, I'm like, yeah, okay. That's easy to take care of. I've done that. Someone touched my foot and I kicked them. I have been tickled from the feet before and accidentally just fucking full kick someone. And they're like, oh my god, if you didn't want to be tickled, just say so. And I was like, you didn't catch it from the stop, don't? Yeah, but I thought that was funny. You were laughing. 'Cause I'm being tickled, moron. You're really out here being a dummy, mummy. I don't know about that one. I'm super submissive, Gana. But I have no pain tolerance and I'm crazy ticklish. This isn't fair. This is bullshit. Yeah. We're at 4.5. We're almost done. We are not gonna hit 5 miles by the end of Sewer Mile. I didn't think we would. That happens to me. Hit me, tie me up, and do whatever. But the moment you tickle me, legs are flying and they are aiming for faces. Mine aren't particularly aiming for faces, but they're just fucking flailing. I'm talking about you wanting to step on people. I don't want to step on people. It's just if somebody was like, I want you to step on me, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Is he my girlfriend still on my back now? That's how you get the good cracks. Hell yeah. Real? We're cruising. We are walking along. I think Spacefish is planning to just stream all day. So, it'll be a good target. Not that I'm thinking of raiding anytime soon. It's only 11:16. So I think by now I'm aware. You being super subby. What's some other stories I saw? Here's a big one. We were talking about Skyrim modding earlier. Nexus Mods, the website, has been sold and changed ownership. So the guy who made Nexus Mods, he made it like 21 years ago. What? Oh fuck, no. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. He has since built up a team of 40 people. And, you know, they keep the site running, and it's pretty not corporation-like. It's very much like, this is for the love of modding in games, right? But the main guy, he has been, like, losing health over it for the past 10 years. He has been, like, literally to the detriment of his own well-being running this website. No vacations every day. And he's like, guys, I literally have to step back. And so he has been looking for a long time for somebody that appreciates modding to the same degree he does. And for a long time, he couldn't find anybody. He says he found somebody now. And so, Nexus Mods, he basically said, are you guys even going to see a difference? No. You guys shouldn't see anything change whatsoever. But, you know, for transparency, I am no longer the owner of Nexus Mods. It has been transferred to this person. It's not a corporation. It is literally just another guy. What? Oh fuck no, I hate this. Done by Phantom/Sarcasm, damn yeah. Now, we'll see, right? You know, that could totally be a lie. He could have sold it for a lot of money. The guy he sold it to is just, you know, fucking talking on his ass, and now he's like, I'm making money off of this. I think it should stay the same. Hopefully, nothing fucking changes, and Nexus Mods is still fucking cool. But ownership has changed. The guy said it was because, like, literal health reasons. Like, he's been obsessive over it for 21 years. There's that, but also Nexus Mods ran a tight ship. Yeah, they only had like 40 people on their team. I thought Nexus Mods was... It's a pretty fucking big site. 40 people sounds like a really small team. There's a letter of, like, you know, addressing the Nexus Mods player base. It's like, hey, guys, here's what's going on. It's like 2 or 3 paragraphs. From what kind of mods were allowed. Oh, okay. What's Nexus Mods again? Nexus Mods is a website where you can go get mods for games. So, like, if you want to mod your Skyrim game, Nexus Mods is a great place to go and get mods. And they have thousands of mods. We're talking, like, 55,000 mods for Skyrim. 50,000 mods for Fallout New Vegas. Stuff like that. I was thinking it would be between 100 to 200 people. Nope. Just 40. I feel like I know, but can't remember. I think the last time I used Nexus Mods was actually for Stardew Valley. That was where we got all our Stardew mods. Is that the one you use for WoW too? No. They might have WoW mods. I always use CurseForge. Because, well, the thing about Nexus Mods is that it doesn't have, like, automatic modding. It might, but I'm too dumb to figure it out. I always used CurseForge. CurseForge is like, hey, here's the mods for WoW. Add them. It has an update all button, which is like, dear God, this is incredibly nice. CurseForge was always like, a more brainless version of Nexus mods, but just for WoW. I think it's got other games now, but I used CurseForge for WoW. CurseForge, I was thinking, they do effectively the same thing, but Nexus is automated now since they did Vortex. Okay. I don't think it was when we did Stardew like a year ago. I'd have to check. Maybe I just wasn't trying it. Nexus mods, I think, was ModLoader. ModLoader is the alternative. What Nexus has been. So long since I used either. What are we at? 4.75? Oh shit, oh shit. The volume is maxed. Walking through Suramar. Okay. I got it down. I almost way too danked everybody, potentially. What video are we getting next? Please be like 10 minutes. Vortex has been a thing for a while now. Or it also had Nexus Mod Manager. Oh, baby. Old Charlene? We stay fucking winning here! Oh, hell yeah. You guys have no idea how happy I am. What a good roll. What a great roll. Only 20 minutes? Only 20 minutes, baby! You love to see it. Reroll? Hell no. Absolutely not. That's an idea for a channel point redeem. Like 100k reroll option. Love to see you more though. Ganna! You're literally going to see me more. Because you're gonna be there for the nap. And like, here's what you don't know, Ganna. Depending on who's there at the nap, I'm like, not against being naked for those. So like, I would think you're more excited to see the nap. Tired. What do you guys rank for the cities in Final Fantasy? I know a lot of people think Old Charlene is like peak absolute favorite city. Wow, Yulin's so forward. That was it. I just remember using Mod Manager, spending time learning how to use it. Then after a month, everyone was like, stop using that. It's being run by Nexus now. Switch to this other mod loader. Emote. Old Charlene, my goat. I really like Ishgard. I'm snow-pilled. If I see snow, I like snow. Snow always wins. It's not fair. I fucking love Ishgard. I really like Limsa Lominsa. I don't like the people in Limsa, but I do like the aesthetic of Limsa. I really like Old Charlene. Tuliolol is okay. The Crystal City is okay. Toward the bottom, Kugane's not toward the bottom. I'd say I like Kugane more than the Crystal Place. And on par with Tuliolol. At the bottom we have Ul'dah, and then at the very bottom, Gridania. I hate Gridania. Skyrim made me hate snow. Likes snow but hates water. I love emote. Emote is best emote. Emote. Do you have 7 TV, Ganna? Yeah. If you don't have it, you can't see it. I think... Did I ask somebody to be in this video? I don't think I did. Or maybe I did. I don't remember now. I don't remember if Koyo is in this one. I know he's in Mordona. I think he might have been in both. Now I've been told I should. I don't see the point. Oh, it's Gana. 7TV is really nice for multiple things. One, it auto-collects channel points. That's just really nice. Two, it lets you see external emotes, which are really funny. So, like, one thing, Gana, is when somebody says, I'm late, instead of seeing the word late, I see an emote of text that says, my father left me. When Logitech types in, badass wizard cat machine gun, I don't see that text. I see a literal, just overweight cat with a wizard hat and a machine gun. That's really funny. External emotes like that for things like 7TV, I love. I do see them pop up on your screen. Ikum bokum. Badass wizard cat shifts into waifu. Man, I was happy about the 20-minute video, and I still am. But at the same time, I'm like, oh god, I'm so ready to be done. How much are we in? 15 minutes left? Ah, shit. The waifu is Zealand. Hang on. Hang on. I'm so ready to be done. I need a drink. Also, just assuming, I don't see any emote for that. Just assuming I'll join you now. Oh, yeah. Aren't you gonna? You're going to, right? Right? Me being the, like, just absolute demon girlfriend, just like, well, you'll do this for me, right? I mean, I probably will. Do you guys remember the Demon Girlfriend song? I love that song. Hi, Lunny. Who would nap? I like it when Lunny is at naps. There was a Offkai VTuber convention recently that had a bunch of drama go down at it. Because 1 week before the convention, the convention organizers sent out, you know, a message to everybody that's like, hey, just FYI, you need to have one government ID requirement if you want to attend the meet and greets. And everybody's like, fucking what? They're like, yeah, you're gonna need to provide something like a passport or a driver's license, as well as your convention ID if you want to attend the convention. And everybody's like, hang on. That's kind of like how we dox ourselves to a lot of each other, because it's a VTuber convention. Also, what the fuck? This is a week before the convention. And they're just like, well, oopsie, get over it. They did offer refunds, but, like, that's kind of shitty. Changing a big requirement like that a week before, that kind of fucks some people, because I've been learning lately that is, in fact, a get over it moment. I don't think it's a get over it moment. Because, like, there's a lot of people who just don't have an ID like that. And if you don't have an ID like that, fine. I think your life is going to be harder because there's going to be restrictions that you can't do. It's good for safety precautions. 18 plus meetup. That's not the issue. The issue is that they did it 1 week before the event. Imagine signing up for this event 6 months ago, paying, and then a week before they're like, oh, by the way, we need to have a government ID. That's like you just bought something and they are adding requirements that you wouldn't have paid for beforehand if that was there. It's that they're changing it a week before that is like, that fucking sucks. Offkai taking L's again this year. Good for safety precautions. I can see it being good for safety precautions. It was not an 18 plus meetup. I just think it's super shitty to like literally 1 week before be like, by the way, you need to have this. And also I'm not just joining because you are bribing me. That's so shitty. I've never been to a con that didn't require an ID, to be honest, maybe like one. Right, but Frisu, when you paid for the con, when you signed up, it probably said you're going to need an ID from the get-go. For the meetup events though, I've had to use an ID to get my pass, but not to enter the panel rooms and such. Just weird things in nearly every 18 plus event con has been ID get in. Right, but those are 18 plus cons. This is not an 18 plus con. They're 18 plus cons, yep. Yeah, I only go to 18 plus cons, yeah. Frisu literally goes to things like Hentai Con. Which, yeah, I understand, like, of course you would have a fucking ID for that. But like, VTuber Con? Just Comic-Con? That's not an 18 plus thing. Like Megaplex because it's 18 plus. Miss me seeing kids in current year. Hentai Cons, oh well. Yeah, do you want to go to one with Frisu? There's 2 separate comments here. I'm not saying you bribing me shitty. Yeah, I know. You're saying that's so shitty to them changing the thing 1 week before. I'd go to one. Yes. Aren't you also supposed to always have ID on you if you're over 18? Not necessarily. They have all the fun toys there. Going in full latex this year? Come join. I think it's crazy shitty to change the requirements a week before. Some guy went and made a shirt, and the shirt says, I got deported at my Oshi's meet and greet. Which I think that's a pretty fucking funny shirt. Apparently that upset a lot of people. And people were like, if I see somebody wearing this shirt, it's consent for me to assault them. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The only shit I see is at nightclubs. Don't make me get out. My one. Come join. Went to one that had hentai and toys at it. Funny, but it's also tone deaf as fuck. Is it? Maybe I'm missing the tone deaf part. Only I didn't have to travel 10K Idols. Yeah, it's... I feel like I know in what way it would be offensive, but I didn't take it as that offensive, Hobbit. I think that shirt would be funny. We're at 5.3. Dono goal then? Dono goal. Oh, for Haxie. Only downside of the HentaiCon here is it's in Texas for the one I always go to. Making light of people getting deported. I don't want to get too into the political side. It's a joke devoid of empathy. I can see that. I wouldn't have taken it as that hard line. But you're not wrong. Also, most jokes that wind up punching down tend to be controversial. They have one in Denver, 2 in Texas, 1 in Florida. How come you always go to the Texas one? Is that like where you started to go to and now it's just like you have connections there? I went want to go to Texas one day, but going for HentaiCon is not the reason. Kind of sad, because we only get like 3 anime conventions here of varying degree. You know, it's where the first one was. One in Denver, noted. Throw cheese at Yulin's house. Oh my god, we're starting back at the water? I thought we were like 3 minutes from the end. We're back down at the harbor and going all the way up the city. Also, hi. Okay. Hobbit said not to get too political, but we're on the topic. I actually saw a Joe Rogan clip. Normally, that's a big L. Hi, Global. But I do like what Joe Rogan was saying in this clip. He was basically like, people are talking about deportations. They're talking about, you know, people getting separated from their kids. And they're going, it's justified, you shouldn't have broken the law. And he was like, I don't think people understand just how evil that is. You're seeing a video of like a woman crying. Like hysterical because the most important thing to her, her child, is being taken from her. And people are going, she shouldn't have broken the law. Maybe she shouldn't have. That does not justify separation from her child. That is like 1,000 times worse. That's not equivalent. And if you're the type of person that celebrates, you know, kids being separated from their parents because of the deportations, you're not on my team. I don't like Joe Rogan. I did like this take, though. If you want to start the political, it's your stream. Oh, I absolutely have it. I go into it when I want to. Laws not equivalent to morals. I have no idea where anything is in the U.S. since state-wise. Is Yulin close to Texas? I am about an 8-hour drive from it, I believe. And it depends on where in Texas. I'm like 8 hours from Dallas. If it was Houston, it's a bit longer. Throw good cheese. Yulin is far from Texas, to be honest. Water, your fave. He has never feed me. You want to start the political? It's your stream, hello. Hey, Yulin. Do you know much about Australian history? Not too much. The civil offense, not a criminal one. Joe Rogan is Gerard Way's cousin. Specifically the Stolen Generation? I do not. My atrocities are justified because of my purity. You can see it in my glow. Good lord. Why would you tell me? An hour drive? Well, because that's where I know distance from Texas and Missouri. Hi, Red Panda. Anytime I have gone between Texas and Missouri, it has always been driving. So it's like, okay, I know about this distance. I was going 40 for like 200. That is, I'd say about 70 miles per hour. 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, 70 miles per hour. Long enough for a weekend trip, but not a day trip. In your case, Haxie, if you were like visiting the US and hitting a lot of specific points you wanted to visit, you would fly. You would fly, it would probably be like a 2-hour, or I don't know, 1 to 2 hour flight, 4 to 5 hour trip through the airports. Feeling still to raiding cages, try to stay upbeat. What? Ugh. 8 hours one way is day triple. I could drive 16 hours, no problem. Too long didn't read there was an entire generation of Aboriginal children that got taken from families so they could live a better life. A white citizen. Mind you, this was like 100 years ago. Ugh. Flyer, take a train, fuck driving that far. I'm gonna be driving about that distance soon, Hobbit. Not this Friday, but next Friday. I'm driving 6 hours to go to a family reunion. Same day, driving 2 hours to go to Farisu's place. Next morning, I'm streaming. Driving 2 hours to go to a second family reunion. Hanging out there for the day. driving 2 hours back to Farisu's place. And then spending a day there, and then the next day, driving 6 hours home. Try. Don't take the continental trains in the US. It might take longer than driving. It might take longer, but it'd be more comfortable. How far can you sprint without stopping? Around 2 hours ride far, sir? Wait, this means days of no naps? This does mean days of no naps. Next Friday, next Saturday, next Sunday, and maybe next Monday will not have naps. I'm gonna be taking naps. It'll just be, you know, IRL with people. Well, they defo do. Just taking trains and seeing the countryside is a nice time. You fuck driving that much. Maybe, but the last time I took a continental train, it was so bumpy. Like a boat at sea. I love the Amtrak. It's so much better taking a train to Chicago rather than driving into that mess. I remember years and years ago, they were talking about a bullet train between Houston and Dallas. A 6-hour drive that they were going to turn into 30 minutes. And it sounded so fucking nice. When I thought you were coming the 27th, not next Monday? What? No, Friday. I'm pretty sure it's a Friday, which is a 27th. I said I'd be there for a Monday. A BDO video. I don't know the days off the top of my head. So I'd have to go check them. I'm gonna grab this camera. I'm gonna go over here. Not to run away from Lenny. I'm gonna move over here. There we go. I'm going to end up hating cuddling IRL. They only like it in VR. Okay, change my mind. I'm big jelly of you. Don't be. High-speed train between Chicago and St. Louis has been in the works for the last 30 years. High-speed trains are borderline impossible to do with the amount of lobbying automotives do. Yeah. I mean, just for the Yulin naps. I don't know what else. I'm going to end up hating cuddling IRL and only likes it in VR. I highly doubt that, but we'll see. You know what the real fear is, Frisu? I go the O-Girls route, and I'm like, wow, cuddling in IRL is so much better than VR. I'm just not gonna do VR anymore. I'm just gonna travel the world and live with friends. And nobody sees me anymore. Ooh, I miss her. Metro Soapy. I'm going to lay down and be like, we're mere based. Outfit and tractor. You guys, right there. Exit stage left. Ugh, I could never. I have no idea where O-Girls gets the money for all that. I do not have that kind of money. Quite frankly, I don't think I would want to. I am happy for her. God, I miss her. God, I miss O-Girls. Alright. Avatars. PJs. Joker. Where's mine? Right here. Who is O-Girls? O-Girls is a friend of mine. It's actually how I met Farisu. Who was very lovely. And she streamed a lot. She's actually a big inspiration for the stream because her form of streaming was what I do in the second half of stream when we're done walking. she would just chill somewhere comfy and have her friends join her and talk to chat and her friends and have a good time. And that was a huge inspiration for how I stream. She has since kind of, I think she got married and just like is a lot less interested in streaming now. And so she doesn't stream anymore. 5.6. What she does is goes to a lot of raves and events like that. And she will stream like once every 4 months and just give like a life update. And it's one of those things where it's like, damn, I'm happy for you. Damn, that's so cool that you're like having all this fun and whatnot. But I miss you. I mean, she did get married and stuff. Oh Girls is how I met like everyone else. Sometimes you get married and leave the country and return to normie. Ew, normies. I don't know if I'd call her a normie. Because, like... she's going to crazy hippie raves and stuff. And, like... I don't know. I feel like that's somewhat not a normie thing, but... Maybe that still classifies as normie behavior. The kind of travel I wouldn't call normie. I would not call her normie, but... Oh, wrong thing. World. Where is it? Where is it? Recently visited. Starwood Hollow. Instance. Friends. Drop. Anchor. Local. History. Portal. This is the Wispy Woo map. They finished it this weekend. They did a 48-hour world jam and busted this out. I don't know if it's particularly good for sitting in and just talking to chat at the end, but it is my new homeworld. I was sleeping here yesterday with Gana and Senro. I see you finish walk right as I wake up. Hi, Kyle. You know, I'm upset I don't have much of that cough today when I'm working. You don't have that much of the cough when you're working? Isn't that a good thing? Go up in the tree. I want to go up in the tree. I mean, I'm annoyed it flared up so bad on my day off. Ah, yeah, I can see that. I didn't even notice this little, like, stuff here. Want to be on the forest floor? No. Oh, maybe. We're gonna go up to the top, and then if I like it there, we'll stay up there, and if not, I'll come back to the campfire. Add a bunch of stuff to it yesterday? I don't know, but I was here yesterday. They did the World Jam recently. I don't think they added anything to it recently, but or I guess yeah. Updated 6.16. So I guess they made some changes. I actually really like this. I really like this here. I need a drink. I'm going to now. Ugh. Okay. Bring this here, bring that there. In one. I am not on flying. That's one. Behavior. Pitch. Hell yeah. Falling off. Anchor. World. Put this here. Put that there. You know, if you aren't going to refill the bags of trail mix, you can at least show the bag deteriorating over time as a badge. We're going to refill it. I just need to message Jack. I need to message Jack. I need to message Maple. Maybe I do that today. I've been really bad. There's been like 3 or 4 tasks that I'm like, I need to do this, and I put it off for 4 months. And they're very easy things. The emotes is, I just haven't messaged her. The sub badges, I just haven't messaged. It's just me being bad with them. Very much Nap World. Yeah. It's my new homeworld, Pixel. I saw this and I was like, holy shit. Fucking forest house aesthetic. Done. Sold. I have money and means to. I just don't want to do it alone and have to explain how fun it was. Instead of being like, oh, remember this? I wouldn't be against going to a hentai con. I don't want to pay for one. With the money I make now, that's a like, nope, not happening. If somebody sponsored it, then it's like on the table. If I start making fuck you money, Forest Aesthetic aka Bugs Everywhere. Nope, that's not Bugs Everywhere. Or Bugs Everywhere is near water. That's what Bugs Everywhere. Hi, Cap. If I was making fuck you money, I would be a lot more into going to cons. Sponsor the hentai. Now, learning that there is a hentai con in Colorado, I mean, that's where one of my favorite people live. Hi, Molly. Austin, tired. Hi, Noodles. Add light volumes. Did a bunch of optimization. Need to clean up all those empty trail mix bags. Aylin, you know how some people have a phrase they say that's like super cute when they say it, like, even though it's just normal words? Yeah. Or said, okay, Bugs Everywhere. You want to try to respond to the hentai? I want to see Euland at the hentai con. The problem is, like, you go to the Texas one, but then there's also the Colorado one. It's like, fuck, why couldn't this be one trip, damn it? Yeah, I saw this world and said, oh, Euland might like this, but assumed it wasn't new, and you know about it? It came out like 2 days ago, Noodles. I was literally watching Wispy Woo work on it the other day. Actually, Wispy Woo rated us 2 or 3 days ago when they were working on it, so. Colorado, I'm a giraffe. I didn't get that. Going to hentai cons with the bros. I'm hoping I can get a new job for Midwest Fur Fest. The Denver one is in August. As of right now, I'm not like making any plans to go to conventions. Already, I'm leaving the house too much this year. I am leaving in June for the family reunion, and I am leaving in September for my grandmother's 90th birthday. So I'm already like, I don't want to go anywhere this fucking year. I am referencing a Vine. Got it. I will see you at Midwest Fur Fest. Yeah, that's how I feel about you saying Portal. Oh. This is one of the good ancient memes. Grianne, wow. Only non-18 plus con I'm going to? Why can't it be 18 plus? Really should be 18 plus. Considering what happens at night, yeah, lol. I don't know. TwitchCon sounds fun. Not to actually go to the con. Just to, like, be at an Airbnb or hotel during the time of the con. Love for con raves. Brianna Cutie, I know. HentaiCon sounds fun. Mostly just because of Frisu. Elon got little bean next to him. I do. It's Grianne. Love for con raves. Also, Elon, I showed you to a friend when I said something sussy during D&D last night. Followed up with, oh, I'm sorry, the femboy is corrupting me. Which friend, Kyle? Which one was it? I've been told I can wear latex at the rave. Just every con latex from now on. Oh, God. Ugh. You're cute too, Elon. No need to get jelly. I'm not jelly. Oh. I'm not jelly. I know you have a lot of affection for Grianne. I'm happy about it. I want people to think my friends are as cute as I think they are. He's so jelly. They a bunny. You don't know them? They can only watch on Sundays, so they ain't here. Kyle, I know more people than the ones that watch my stream. Megaplex is good if you want to do that. Its raves were full of kinky costumes and leather. Gotta go, time for a haircut. Bye, Sir Noble. I hope nothing goes wrong for it. Oh, also, Sir Noble. While I was like fuming at the way D debates, I also just agreed with all your points. So it's the Midwest. The things I see at rave, Christ. Like I've seen a girl in basically a thong version of a bodysuit. Hell yeah. I have never been to a rave. I've also just not been to many concerts. I've never been to a concert on my own. My dad has taken me, well, my dad or slash family has taken me to concerts. LOL, appreciate it. I think we went to, I was like 4. I remember being on my dad's shoulders at a Tanya Tucker concert. At one point, we went to a Sting concert when I was like 8. Waiting for Yulin to wear depraved outfits at the hentai con. Oh my goodness. I never been to a concert. I get nervous about that free suit. That sounds really fun. But at the same time, that's really close to my whole, like, unsolicited exhibitionism thing where it's like, oh, what if there's people there that wouldn't want to see me? I was like, well, they're at a hentai convention, right? They're fucking clearly signing off on seeing anything here. But, like, I don't know. I feel like a plug suit would be really fun at something like that. I've been to one on my own. I think I told you about it. I arrived so late. Only got to see the last set. Too many people often gets to me. Just go to an exhibition hentai con? I suppose. And there are people in literal mankinis and women wearing basically nothing with shibari covering their nipples pussy. Yeah, but like, they're probably hotter than me. I don't know. Oh god. I know I'm wrong. Pussy. Ah. Oh. Both would be good for Yeland. Get a load of this guy. It's scary. I try not to compare myself to others too much, but like I see some of the stuff on Twitter where it's like, you know, this fucking femboy has just a crazy fucking production value. They've literally got like a studio. They've got like a whole makeup system. They're in like a probably $1,000 cosplay outfit. And then there's me and it's just like, yeah, you know, got a stand for my phone. Want me to put you in the plug suit? I'm honestly... Yeah, I like Velvet Chan too. I have no idea who that is. If there's any one thing I'm excited for Isu, it's kind of the haircut and the Gyaru hair, the hair coloring. That's kind of what I'm like, oh, that sounds really fucking nice. Hello to this guy from him. The haircut is kind of what I'm like a little excited for, because I hate going to salons. I hate going to like get my hair cut. I normally just don't. So my hair is really fucking messy. That's actually so cute and innocent, Ewan. What's wrong with what I sent? What do you mean, what's wrong with you sent? Remember the haircut rules? What the hell? I need to know your natural hair. Might be something Etoile does. I don't know what more you're looking for than what I told you already. It's dark brown. It's very thick, and it's very wavy. It kicked in the auto mod? Oh, okay. I can see why it got blocked. It's the last name. That is a stretch though. That is like auto mod. That is a little heavy-handed. Hi. People out here comparing themselves to the femboy version of Jessica Negri. Yeah, kinda. What we might do is take you to get your haircut styled, then bleach the ends tips, so that you can have that Gyaru look. Get tanned on your own time. I don't want to get tanned. I just want the like the blonde hair with dark roots. You guys struggling to wake up today? And if it's a lot of effort, then I'm like, okay, I don't want to do it now. Same. I got an automod for like a generic sentence that I can't even remember. Automod sometimes is a little crazy. I appreciate it, but sometimes it's like, really? Holy shit, we're almost at 1700. It's definitely minimum 4 hours of your life. Too much. Too much for Isu. Not interested. We don't stain Shiro Gyaru in current year. We don't stan. You can't be Gyaru and not be tanned. I think you can. Absolutely. I don't know why I'm awake. Good night. Good night, Haxie. Sleep well. I think you can absolutely be Gyaru and not be tanned. I think Gyaru is kind of like a collection of things, and not any one thing is the definition of it, but like the collection of them is. But it's like, if you do 5 of the 6 things, does that make you not... If you only do 5 of the 6 and don't have all of them, does that make you not a Gyaru? I would say no. I mean, Momo from Dandadan is Gyaru and she's not tanned? Oh, you can be Gyaru and not be tanned. I was reading it wrong. What next? I can be Gyaru without a tan, SMH? Yes. Yes, for Isu. Momo from Dandadan. Good night, Haxie. Gyaru is a punk fashion statement. Not the strictest of things. We just need to look gaudy as fucking dyed hair. I think if you did everything else and didn't have the dyed hair, I think you could... You know, it's going to take me seriously as a Gyaru without a tan? Why not? So Yulin Gyaru cosplay when? We don't have the outfit for it. I do really want a Gyaru outfit in VR chat. I just need to get my shit in order and get the other outfits fixed. I need to fix my standard outfit. It looks like it's from 2019. I need to update all of the clothes on the standard outfit. I need to... I need to, fix the FBX on the beach outfit. That'll probably be the easiest one. I need to fix the pajama outfit. That one's got a lot of stuff going wrong with it. I need a safe work version of the pajama outfit. I need to fix the leash toggle. After that, I'm more open to getting new outfits. First on the list will be a bunny suit and a maid outfit. I'm also probably going to get a reverse bunny suit. And after that, I'd like to get things like Gyaru stuff and... ooh, plug suit. I really want a plug suit. Is anyone even gonna see you in that latex? Risu gonna be out there being the edgiest Gyaru? The dyed hair is kind of needed since dyed hair is looked down on in Japanese main culture. I feel like if you just did everything else, people would still go, that's a Gyaru. It's just like, you know, that's a big one. You know, I did more Unity even. Come on, it's your turn. What's the Gyaru look down upon in that way? This PJ outfit? There's two versions of this PJ outfit. There's the safe for work version and the not safe for work version. Quite frankly, neither of them is safe for work. This one has nipples and not enough down below. I need a version of the PJs that has Ken doll textures, and I need more bottoms. I need like shorts instead of just the fucking thong it has down there. The not safe for work version, the PJs are literally not connected properly, but it has better nipples. Yes, be say so. Yes, Elon needs to pester you about sub badges. Yes, do. Jack is actually live right now. Want to be looked down on in JP? Just get a tattoo. Yeah. Notes. Did I go through everything? Off-Kai VTuber convention. The most vile throne suggestion. The streamer bucket. Xenoblade Chronicles last night. Nexus mod sold. I didn't talk about this last day or yesterday. I meant to. I had it in my notes, but then I heard somebody moving around the basement. I was like, I don't really want to talk about this while somebody's potentially right outside my door. The day before yesterday, so Sunday, I'm on the phone with my parents. They're at the airport. They're kind of just talking to me. They're like, hey, you're going to pick us up in 4 hours. Yep. And I'm like, yep. And my dad's like, here's pictures of us at the protest. And I'm literally on speakerphone with them. I open my text messages and I start looking at, you know, the text message, the pictures of them there. And my phone is like, you've received pictures from somebody. Would you like to send pictures back? We recommend this picture. And it's taken just a random recent photo I've taken in my phone. And it's like, oh no, yeah, exactly. My phone is literally recommending me, like, fucking spread cheeks and a fucking thong. Would you like to send this to your father? No! No, I would not like to send this. What? Also being a complete nerd. The correct term for most of us would be Yaruo. He's getting a tentacle. Oh no, LOL, not like this. I was fucking panicking. I saw that and I was like, what is it doing? Whoa, what? You don't put that shit in a private folder? I usually delete it after getting it. Like, usually I'll take the pictures, move them to my computer, and then delete them off my phone. But I hadn't done that yet, so I still have a bunch of lewd pictures on my phone. No, I don't put that shit in a private folder. I usually just delete them. Oh. The absolute panic, though. Time to shred the phone? Oh god, no. Hell no. Kyle, it took me a year to get a new phone. You think I'm gonna fucking shred this phone? Hell no. I'm using this thing for the next 5 years. Oh, I see. Don't forget to clean the recycling bin. Is there any point to cleaning the recycling bin? I usually just, like, don't care. Yaruo is just the male version of Gyaru? Oh, okay. I see. I'm using my S9 for nearly 9. With Gyaruo, is that like...
Isn't that like a term called Yankee?
I have no idea.
Oh, am I wrong?
What I'm about to ask is Gyaruo femboy stuff? Like, it's a guy dressing up in, like, standard Gyaru stuff? Or is that, the term for male Gyaru? Okay, but I'm asking, like, is that a femboy in what you would expect a Gyaru stuff? Or is that, like, just the dude Chad thing and they're, like, wearing full pants, a jacket? Just the male version of Gyaru? But what I don't know is it, like... Is it femboy related at all? You can restore pictures very easy. I see a hand on the side of the screen. Who is being a shy bee? There's a few people being a shy. Honey, Gyaruo is just the term for male Gyaru. No, it's just the term. Get your ass on screen. Kyle! Wow, you've been here a while. We literally don't do that. If people don't want to be on screen, they don't gotta be. Gyaru is a punk culture of fashion. No, just male version. If you were to do Gyaru fashion, you'd be Gyaru O. Okay. It's not wearing all black, natural hair color, and white skin. Statement against what's acceptable in Japan. Is it Ken version of Barbie or the femboy version of Barbie? Neither of them is... And I don't know what you're asking there, Gana. I asked the wrong side, okay? But they're also cute. I want to see them. That's not how it works, Kyle. We have Gana, Lunny, and Juice here, but they don't want to be on screen. I miss seeing Gana. Don't worry, those Shiro Gyaru supporters don't know about how important the tan is. Elin is cute. I love looking at Elin. Go focus on your own stream, Jack. Tan is because having non-white skin is considered being wild or uncouth in Japan. Need to get on someday. Someday, Noodles. You do kind of need to tan to actually have the look. Yoland is stinky. What the fuck, Roxy? I've literally been on stream a few times. Mostly by accident. Until Gana is more comfortable and they tell me like, yeah, I'd like to be on stream. I try to keep them out of camera. If they move on camera, I'm not going to be like, oh, can't have you on. There was one day, I'm not blaming you. Yeah, no. There was one day where I was like, I don't think they want to be on stream yet. So I kept the camera around them and they were like, thank you. Roxy is right, Elin is stinky. What the fuck? Oh my fucking gosh, the fucking skull going perfectly across the screen randomly just fucking sent me. I can still hear Gana talk. They don't talk during stream, huh? Almost as if they're with us right now. Good lord. Good lord. Really, Madge? What are you... Whatever. I don't know what Juice is really mad about. They liked your skull. Is it time to nap? Oh, my back just popped in that. Is it time? Definitely hungry. Gana, huh? Giving up on PS, Gana? My mom stole my milk jug. My mom started going to like physical therapy or something for, I don't remember what it was. And her physical therapist was like, you need a jug to put water in. You need to put your water in like something with a handle. Mom's like a milk carton? Like a milk jug? And they're like, yep, get a milk jug. My mom stole my milk jug. And so my mom came to me and she's like, hey, the next time you finish a gallon of milk, I need the jug. And I was like, it might be a while, but okay. And apparently that was too long. I went back to the fridge at one point, and my milk jug was gone. Replaced was a fucking glass tea pitcher with milk in it. So, like, literally a glass pitcher with milk, and I was like, what? Oh, I guess my mom needed that jug sooner than later. What? It's so weird seeing it. I took sleep pills and I can't wake up. I'm trying, Fiascana. Random thought. You think we'll ever get to a point with face tracking where deaf people will be able to lip read? Yes. The next time, so like 3 days. I love coagulated milk at the top of the pitcher. I hope it doesn't get to that point. There's not too much milk left. I'm trying to go faster than normal, though. You can say, Gan, it's all good. I'm just teasing you. Mom stole my milk jug. Had the same energy as they stole my soap. Who steals soap? That's what I was going for, Kyle. Today, we have Fire Break with Cairo. That'll be in 4 hours. So right now, I'm going to send you off to Spacefish. It's not just with Cairo. It is also with Spacefish. So if you stay there, you'll eventually be at the place I want you to be. we're gonna raid Spacefish. I'm gonna take a nap and shower later. Is Cairo streaming? Cairo will be streaming Firebreak. I think Spacefish will also be streaming Firebreak. I'm not planning to. We are, oh, yawn. I'm good up. Firebreak will be fun. Apparently, it's got mostly negative reviews. People are saying it doesn't have enough content for a $40 game. Yeah, that's fine for one day of playing, and you know they can always add more. You could also imagine them modding the fuck out of it. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Wednesday, I don't think I have any plans Wednesday. Thursday, finish Tales. I think we're actually going to finish Tales. Friday, VR chat with Core. Saturday, that's my game night. But tonight, the final times 5. Fuck you. Fuck you, Pixel. Can I? There we go. Fuck you, Pixel. You haven't bird out on Victory of Round yet? No. Oh! Right. Friday, I'm gonna try and convince Core to play Victory of Round the entire time. Because we have Senril back, and Senril needs a Victory of Round night. Oh, but Senril also needs Gigas. I'm gonna talk to Core about doing 2 hours of Victory Round and 2 hours of Gigas. You're gonna like both of these games, Senril. I love Senril back. Oh, dude. Pixel, he joined me for the nap yesterday, and I just fucking clunged him like a fucking child. Probably Gigas first? Why Gigas first? That's weird. Alright, this is the Senril. I want more control-verse stuff. I wanted it to be cute. Firebreak, fishy, okay. You haven't bird out on... Nope. Or mentioned. Rug? Then why'd you say... Whatever, Pixel. We're gonna go to Spacefish. Senril was missed. Oh my god, dude. Socials? You. Pins. I think put the camera here, looking down the hell yeah, right here. Behavior. Look at me. World. I'm gonna run over here. Okay. We're going to Fishy. There's my fishy fish with my dishy dish. Same energy as it's spherical because it's alphabetical? That's wrong. You go by world size. That way, if the big one fills up, or the small one fills up, you can go to the big one. The worst situation, Pixel, is you go to the big one first, and after 2 hours you have 15 people, and then you can't go to the small one. Idiot. Love you, Pixel. I heard big one. Right, this is Senril is missed. Socials. This is alphabetical. Someone I haven't put Senril and the same Senril together. Same energy as spherical. Bye, chat. Fishy. I heard big one muted. Hi, Chewy. Oh, bye. We're going to Spacefish. Chewy, check out Spacefish. She's super nice, and she's drawing art, and I'm going to be playing Firebreak with her later today. See everyone later, walking our way over. Bye, Ewan. No. Bye, Riddle. I love you. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company. We did 5.6 miles. Thank you, Kuro, for the raid. Firebreak later. I love you. Bye.